high school football, a Thursday edition of K-West Weslaco High School football on Facebook Live. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison, and this evening we are in Edinburg, Texas, Richard Flores Stadium. It's the final game of the regular season for two District 31 6A teams. The Weslaco Panthers, 7-2 overall, 4-1 in district after losing last week a heartbreaker to Weslaco East. A 46-yard field goal in the final seconds gave the Wildcats a 17-14 victory. Meanwhile, we've got an Edinburg Cougars squad on the upswing. They have been doing very well in district. They're 3-2, have won, I believe, 3 of their last 4 games. And they are coached by Damian Gonzalez. Overall 3-6, 3-2 in district. Of course, Roy Stroman, first year as head coach of Weslaco. So we expect to see a lot of good action tonight. The toss of the coin, it was won by Edinburg North, and they decided to defer to the second half. So the Weslaco Panthers will get the ball first. And now let me bring in my color analyst, Football Fred. And Fred, regardless of what would have happened, Weslaco would have wanted to take the ball first. A very heartwarming, very good discussion this week between head coach Stroman and also Jacob Cavazos, the quarterback. Weslaco really ready to try to bounce back from that heartbreaking loss last week.
They simply want the ball. They want to get going as soon as possible, get that bad taste out of their mouths. The Naco Bowl is long gone now. It's been gone now for some time. Ain't gonna come back. So now you got to focus, finish strong. Remember, the bi-district playoff round is just next week. Got to finish on a strong, positive note. Got to get over these Cougars. They're a good team. They've gotten really good as of late, playing good football. So we're in for a good one tonight.
We definitely are, and we see the Cougars are going to kick off. And they will be kicking the ball off toward the north, toward the scoreboard. Weslaco in basically their white jerseys with the purple numerals, purple helmets. And Cougars look a lot like Notre Dame, don't they?
They pattern, as a matter of fact. A few years ago when the school opened, I remember that one of the athletic director mentioned that that's what they were going for, the color scheme of the Irish. Good job. They look just like them.
By the way, South Bend on Jeopardy today was the final question, the answer to the final question.
That was it?
Yeah. We'll talk about that a little later, but the kickoff goes out of bounds. Weslaco, good field position. It was about Ronald Reagan, one of his most popular movies. Remember, Win One for the Gipper, and they were trying to say which city was that based out of. Of course, he, I guess, was, a player for Notre Dame at that time, and again, you may remember that movie back around 1940 if you're an old movie buff, if you watch AMC. But anyhow, that was the answer in Final Jeopardy. I actually knew it, I guess because I love sports. None of the 3 contestants got it.
I got what you said as far as AMC. The other stuff.
Yeah, of course, Ronald Reagan, yes, we're talking about President Reagan from the 80s. He was a movie actor.
Yeah.
Actually, once was in a movie with a chimpanzee, believe it or not.
Really?
Bedtime for Bonzo. That's a true story.
You got to tell me about that later.
All right, it's 1st and 10. Jacob Cavazos back on the first play, and he is going to have the ball breaking up. KJ Jones, the intended receiver. KJ did not catch a pass last week, but again, want to go to him early.
Right off the bat, you're going to see what we didn't see last week. And you got to compare it a little bit, at least to begin with. You're right, KJ Jones is the first person to get the ball here tonight. Drops it over this nice strip there by the breakup of the pass by this defense. A nice play there by Jerry Peña for the Cougars. So we'll bring up a second down for the Panthers.
Second down and 10 at the 26. Cavazos, by the way, good year. Has completed 67% of his passes, 15 TDs, only 3 interceptions, and he is not going to get much on that quarterback keeper. Overall, has completed 121 passes out of 180 attempts, 1,489 yards. Last week, completed 11 of 17 passes for about 100 yards.
Yeah, I wonder on the other side, I'm looking at North's defense. Do you copycat what the Wildcats did? We're going to see. They're going to try to contain, no question, obviously Cavazos. Let's see if they kind of implement the same game plan here. Loss of 1 on that play. 3rd and 11 from the 25. Another pass play, and this time it is good near a first down to Granados. Not incomplete. Yeah, he dropped it.
Right.
He looks like he had a chance at it. You're right. It looked he had the first down, but couldn't hold on. Man, that's going to bring up a 4th down quickly for the Panthers.
So 4th and 11 at the 25-yard line, and so far only 42 seconds on that series. 3 and out. It's going to be for Weslaco, and they will be punting the ball. It is Jacob Cavazos, the quarterback, who does the punting. Rodney Garza did it for a while this year. And the punt is off, and it is going to roll, and it'll roll down to about the 25-yard line, maybe the 23 in the territory of the Cougars. That's where they'll start 1st and 10.
So just to kind of finalize the first possession, didn't go anywhere. Now, we're going to keep an eye on it. Weslaco East might have brought up a couple of things. They tried their best to limit Cavazos. Well, on this first play and the first possession, it was a couple of drop balls, one by Jones and the other one by Granados. So we'll see if the second drive they put it together. Now, I'm interested in seeing this defense. Remember, this defense was run on by East as well last week. I wonder if they made some arrangements and some adjustments on their running attack here on the defense side.
Ball at the 21. Michael Rodriguez, the quarterback, only tried 9 passes last week, completed 2. One was for a touchdown, and again, running the ball early, and the ball will go near the 27-yard line. And Perales, Jacob, their main runner, and he usually will get some good yardage when he runs the ball.
Yeah, Jacob Perales, you're right on track there. He is the guy they're going to give the ball to. You'll see some other guys get it as well, but for most part, will be Perales in the backfield. And when you see that quarterback back there, that's right. It usually means he's going to want to try to run with it.
Perales gets 7 on that play. Quarterback keeper this time, and it's going to be a first down near the 38-yard line, gain of about 10 on that play. He needed 3.
Yeah, Michael Rodriguez now keeps the ball, goes off to the left-hand side and just trying to pick up some yardage. Nice play. Now they've got picked up a first down. They want to go in and by steps here. They want to get the going here and picking up first downs.
Well, Rodriguez, 7 carries for 98 yards last week. Overall this year, 38 carries for 277 yards and 2 touchdowns. So it's 1st and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. And it looks like not much doing on that play, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, Perales, again, you're going to test that middle of the defense. They had a lot of success, the East Wildcats, and just bringing them up one more time against this defense by running the ball and trying to be physical with Weslaco High. Now, will we see that tonight? Will they transfer? It's a big offensive line as well for the Cougars. We'll see if they take advantage of their size.
So they call it no gain on that play, 2nd down and 10. Again, spread formation, slot on the near side. Rodriguez with the pass, and it is complete down to midfield. Gets down to about the 48-yard line, gain of about 15 on that play.
Yeah, it looked like Ronnie Garza was out in that area. They look like him. Out there trying to make a play. Nice play and pitch and catch there. Brandon Borrego is one of the guys you got to watch. Him and Sergio Quintanilla are also good receivers. They like to get the ball to him. He's a physical guy. Borrego is tall. He can make plays, athletic guy out there at the wide receiver.
17 catches for 249 yards and 3 touchdowns this season. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 in Weslaco territory at the 47-yard line. That rush for about 2.
And, you know, we see when Jacob Perales runs. That was interesting because we were on the field earlier with Coach Gonzalez, and people that are tuning in tonight, Weslaco fans might remember, Edinburg North fans will definitely remember Matt Whitesides. Yeah, that name sounds familiar because he was a great player here at Edinburg North. He was down there talking to us. It kind of reminds me a little bit Perales of his size and how he runs a little bit.
Perales last year rushed for 416 yards and 2 touchdowns, and continuing that this season. And another pass play, and it's out of bounds near the 37-yard line. And the ball will be close to a first down, maybe short by a yard, gain of 7.
Michael Contreras on the catch. Quick pass patterns going up, 5-6 yards, out. Ball is there. Real quick, getting it out quickly, not giving a lot of time for this defense to get and put pressure on the quarterback. We'll see if that continues to happen. Right now, they're moving the ball against this defense.
And this year, Contreras, 15 catches for 170 yards and a touchdown. Also, I believe recovered, well, he's done a lot of good things, but again, he is a solid receiver out there. And we see another running play by the quarterback. This time, Rodriguez looks a little short of the first down. Needed a couple, looks like he got 1.
It looks like there was the Wildcat. I think they might have just gone direct snap there to Jacob Perales. Yep, it was.
Okay.
That's what it was. And so they were trying to pick up just a quick yard. They needed about 2, picked up 1. That's going to be short by about a yard.
So we're 4 minutes into the game. And this drive, about 3 minutes so far for the home team after a 42-second possession on the opening possession by Weslaco.
And why not? Go for it. You're on your side of the field. Got a yard to gain. You've been moving the ball. Try it.
4th down and 1 at the 38-yard line. And this time, snap back, and it's dropped by the quarterback, or I guess a direct snap maybe to Perales.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually to Perales. And he cannot hang on to the snap and actually loses some yardage back to the 46-yard line. So that's where it's going to be 1st and 10 for Weslaco in their own territory.
I was just about to say, they're going to pick up a first down here pretty easy unless, and then they fumble the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the only thing they could have negated that first down, the trouble on their end. So now first down, nice playing there so far by the defense. They give up some yards, but let's see if they get adjusted to it. Here comes the offense now.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. We have a slot on the far side, Peyton Knob in the backfield, and before the ball can be snapped, we're going to have an offsides penalty.
Everybody jumped. I mean, I wonder how the official, the line judge over on this side, decides who he's going to call it on. That was 4 players jumped off sides. So who do you pick? You pick the least number you like? Yeah, that's what I would say. Was he the first guy to jump? Was he the last guy to jump?
Well,
what's the method? I would like to know. They choose that.
The main thing for Panthers fans, the penalty went against the defense, so Weslaco has the ball, and it's inside Cougar territory at the 49-yard line. And this time, Cavazos' quick pass. KJ Jones has it, and he's going to have a first down to around the 35-yard line. Picks up about 14 on that play.
It's good to see that. We've had a lot of success, the Panthers have. KJ Jones out there, a quick pass, and then let him get the yards after the catch. He excels at that. Let's see more of that.
12 receptions for 231 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now a running play, and it's going to go up to about the 30-yard line. Peyton Knob, first rush of the night, picks up 5.
Yeah, Knob is another player that is itching to get back on this field. He's had enough about, how that feels. And, I've always wondered, these young men, they lose a big game like they did last week, and how do you rebound? Well, doing good by trying to do as best as you can.
And now, motion, slots on each side. Knob in the backfield, spread formation. And this time, Cavazos will get it off, and looks like it's going to be over to, is it Granados? No, it's Barones.
Yeah, it's my Barones.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Rolando Barones
Right.
is lined up. He's a tight end. But I like compare him to Kelsey up at Kansas City. He's all over the place.
10 yards on that reception down to the 20. And this time, Knob has it, and he's going to be down near the 10, close to another first down. Nice rush. Of course, he came into this game and has had a very, very good season. I think he's rushed for 14 touchdowns so far.
They're going quick. They don't want to wait anymore. They're trying to get the ball as fast as possible. And here comes Knob going outside now.
And that time he goes 7 yards. It's down to the 4-yard line where it is going to be first down and 10. Knob on the year, 112 carries for 756 yards. He has 15 touchdowns rushing. Cavazos, the quarterback, 14.
Yeah, good numbers. Good numbers for these position athletes that the Weslaco Panthers have. Let's see if they can put it in the end zone.
First and goal from the 6 slot on the far side. And this time Knob has it, and he's going to get down near the 4-yard line. So midway through the first quarter, it's first and goal to go from the 4.
Erasmo Garces, big old Larry Strickland out down the left side trying to open a lane. Let's see if they go that way again.
And again, Cavazos has it. And he is going to run himself, and he gets the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run. So now he and Knob both have 15 rushing touchdowns on the season. But more importantly for Weslaco fans, with 5:50 remaining here in the opening quarter, first score goes to the Panthers. They lead 6-0, and we will see the extra point attempt coming up.
And really congratulations there. That offensive line needed this. We'll wait for the extra point as it's up. And it is looks good, I think.
Ram Galvez with the extra point.
Yeah, I was saying that this offensive line, just had some problems. So big old, you think about this offensive lineman. They're coming off the field now, and they're thinking, hey, we tried our best. Giovanni was out there. Naveja, he was one of those guys. You had, Erasmo as well. All these players, all these offensive linemen, no doubt feel good about the fact that they were able to open up some lanes and get these guys into the end zone. So it's a big score for them. And talking to Coach Stroman, he wanted to get this thing going at 5 o'clock. No, just kidding. It wasn't 5 o'clock. He said, look, there's some bad weather coming in.
Yes, there is.
And it might, hopefully, misses us.
Well, here's what we see. Looking at the forecast, come 9 o'clock, 50% chance of rain. 10 o'clock, 80% chance of rain.
I was looking at the K-West Doppler, and I said, man, look at that. It's really coming down to some areas north of here.
Right.
But I hope that that stays away, at least until we're done here. Can do whatever he wants after that, but at least we're trying to get in this game.
The Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center as the Panthers get ready to kick it off.
I'm trying to look for Tramaru. Is he around here somewhere?
He, of course, is the mascot.
I said hello to him during the Tanaco Bowl. He was doing good. He was feeling good, you know. I forgot to ask him if he travels, but we'll look for him.
Kickoff comes down at the 19-yard line, going to be brought up to about the 30-yard line, where we'll see the Cougars start first and 10, second possession of the game. Remember, they were moving well early on in their first possession, had it for about 4 minutes, but on a 4th down and 1, a bad snap, and the ball turned over to Weslaco near midfield. They marched down for the touchdown.
Coach Gonzalez, the head coach of the Cougars, said...
Damien Gonzalez?
Yeah, Damien Gonzalez, right before we started here. He said, look, we're talking about why he didn't throw the ball to him. He said, we didn't have to.
Yeah, last week just 9 passes.
We didn't have to throw it, so
Right.
we didn't want to bring that out. Let's see if they does it tonight.
There was a 28-yard touchdown, though, last week. And again, the pass is good, and it will go down to about the 37-yard line, pickup of 6.
And they have been. The reason I bring that up is because it's a nice pitch and catch. Miguel Contreras looked like to be the one on the outside there to pick up just a quick hitter there for the Cougars. So the Cougars are quick passing here to begin the game.
Gonzalez was the baseball coach here. We'll talk more about that in a bit. But
Yep.
then the last 2 years has been athletic director, football coach. All right, a running play again, and this time goes nowhere.
Aaron Garcia was waiting on that one. Big 94. Got to give him some credit. Alexis Munoz was there as well. Again,
Morales, nothing.
Yep, Morales is it's another one. It's another guy that we think about. Estebanez is on that line as well. Big tank. You know, you have other guys that are trying to get going now. They have now. I'm looking at that 5. Looks like they have 5 guys on the field right now, at least on the defensive line.
3rd down and 3, ball at the 38-yard line. And again, early going here. We'll see how fast this game moves because of the weather, if we can get it in before the rain. And that time, an incomplete pass. And Sergio Quintanilla is the intended receiver.
Elijah Rodriguez for the Panthers. Nice breakup of that pass. That was dangerous. I mean, and we've seen here Elijah pick off some of those pass plays like that. Got to be careful, and that's going to be all right. We're going to bring up another 4th down quickly here for the Cougars.
Quintanilla in to punt the ball. And it looks like it's going to be Jaden Cavazos back about his own 25-yard line. As far as punting, Sergio, he has punted the ball 38 times for about 1,400 yards, averages 36.8 yards a kick. A long of 79 inside the 29-yard line. That is not going to go there.
Yeah, you know, what can I tell you? It was just a crash at around the 25-yard line. That's what it was. Burkett came up, and he was trying to do his best way of Josh Burkett was. Anyway. As we await the call here. So he roughed up the punter. I mean, roughing up is maybe putting it mildly. He just tackled him to the floor, ran into him, and so therefore now a big break for the Cougars. They pick up 15 yards and a 1st down.
And by the way, Burkett, leading tackler last week with 14, has 75 for the season, leads the team in that category too. Also 1 interception.
Come back and tells Quintanilla, the punter, hey man, I'm sorry about that. I couldn't stop. You know how that feels.
Yes. No, I don't actually, but I think it hurts.
I think he was telling Quintanilla that. You know how that feels, trying to stop and you can't. It just happens. You know?
1st and 10 at the 48. Not much go that time.
There you go. That defense again. They're rising up to the challenge. Right. A lot of the guys were getting off the pile there. With Big Tank is there. Looks like Elijah is there. So yeah, that's Elijah Estebanez, who I like to describe him as a major problem for offensive lines.
Perez, he loses 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11. Nice crowd, even though with the threat of the weather, both teams have had good fan support this year, and once again tonight. And this time pass play, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Weslaco. And the ball is going to be brought down to near the 40-yard line where the ball is finally, or the runner's taken out of bounds, the defensive back.
Angel Castellanos, the linebacker for the Panthers. This is the second interception on this field. Remember, he had the key interception against Vela to seal the win? He did it again on this field. He loves playing at Richard Flores Stadium.
Well, he's the second leading tackler. He has 72 on the season. Also second leading tackler last week, I believe, with 13. Has that interception you just talked about also caused a fumble. So very, very big play. And Rodriguez throws the interception, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Weslaco at the 41-yard line of the Cougars. Trips on the far side, and that is the direction Cavazos will go, and the ball will go down to about the 34-yard line before there is a tackle, and it's Jaden Cavazos.
Again, Jaden is one of those guys that last week was trying to get open as much as possible, and he did have his moments. You know, he's one of those guys, I'm sure if you talk to him, he's going to say, look, I want that ball as soon as possible.
4 catches for 55 yards on the season, 36 for 442 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's used to seeing the ball.
Slots on each side, Peyton in the backfield with Jacob Cavazos. This time they try to get it down the near sideline, and the ball is incomplete, and it was intended for KJ Jones. And of course last week no receptions, but trying to get more in his direction this week.
Yeah, and they're making an effort, really. You can really see that, especially here at the beginning of the game, to get him involved in this offense, which is, I think, is great. It's a great thing to get him rolling. He's one of your big-time players.
3rd down and 2, ball at the 33-yard line. Jaden Cavazos in motion, and on the jet sweep he's going to get the ball, and he is going to get it down inside, it looks like the 20-yard line, so he may have picked up about 15 yards on the jet sweep.
Jaden's got a little bit of a step to him tonight. He's running hard. I mean, he's usually one of these guys that's sure-handed, makes good move. You know, he's that type of a player, but right now he's running hard.
And this time a running play, and Peyton Kanab will pick up about 3 or 4. Last week he had 14 carries for 62 yards, had both the touchdowns for Weslaco in the 17-14 loss. Of course, Gio Guerra had both the touchdowns for Weslaco East, and then the 46-yard field goal that won it late in the game. I believe Gilbert Garza hit that one.
Right. Hey, I want to say hi to our on Facebook friends. We're live on the WISD Facebook page. Saying hello to everybody. We're live tonight.
2nd down and 8. Jacob Cavazos looks into the end zone, and ball incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 17-yard line. Again in the territory of the Cougars. 2:14 remaining, first quarter. Panthers leading the Cougars 7-0.
You know, and most coaches don't want to talk about the next game, especially when you're not done. It's a big game tonight, and we'll tell you why here in a second after this play, what Coach Stroman had to say when we asked him about the playoffs here.
All right. Motion. Spread formation. Jacob Cavazos rolling toward the left side. Looks into the end zone and gets it, looks like. We'll see, or is it out of bounds?
Well, that was going to be a ballet move if he got him down.
Barones, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Barones is one of those guys that can go up and get it. He is a tall guy, athletic, can go up and get the ball. He got the ball, just couldn't get his foot down. Nice effort there by Barones. So, yeah, Coach Stroman, okay, we have an opportunity here. It's not a secret. You kind of look at districts and you see that you're lining up against Los Fresnos more than likely. As we await an extra, that's a field goal attempt.
Yeah, Ram Galvez will attempt one back from his own 25-yard line. So it is going to be a 35-yard attempt. And the ball is up. And let's see. It is good. So with 2 minutes exactly remaining here in the opening quarter, it is a 10-0 lead, Panthers over the Cougars.
So, yeah, we were talking about the fact that, it's Los Fresnos more than likely. Depends on what happens tonight. So scenarios are like this. We won't get you all messed up on these things. But in essence, if Weslaco wins tonight, all right, they obviously they're going into the playoffs, and more than likely they'll face Los Fresnos a home game. Now, the interesting part is Weslaco East tomorrow. And by the way, Weslaco High would have done their share of completing for the district championship. Tomorrow, Weslaco East at Lackey against Vela. The winner from there, if Weslaco East wins, they are the outright district champion and #1 seed, and they get to pick when they play, and more than likely be on a Friday, so that means that more than likely Weslaco High would play on a Thursday.
Okay.
See all these things that have to kind of line up? Yeah. And then you have to be driving 45 down the expressway tonight in order for that to happen and complete the complete circle. I'm just kidding. I saw you thinking about it for a while. I said, no, not the 45-mile-an-hour thing, even though you should be driving it, right. Slow. But
ball is kicked off.
Just checking you.
Comes
Harrison.
down to the 12-yard line. And nice open field tackle that time.
Nice play.
Yeah, and we'll tell you in a second who that is. That is going to be, I believe, Jacob Denna.
Yeah, Jacob Denna came up and he says, I am going to make the highlight reel tonight. That play, it sure will, young man. Nice play.
Okay, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Cougars have the ball moving toward the north, toward the scoreboard side here at Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburg. Going to be their 3rd possession of the night. 1st and 10, ball at the 15. Of course, first time they turned it over on downs. Second possession, I should say, it was an interception that gave the ball over near midfield to Weslaco. We'll see if the Cougars have better luck on this possession. And it's going to be a running play and not much going that time.
And Castellanos was there, came over from his linebacker spot and kind of grabbed him from the back, dragged him down. Not much there, very little. Maybe he lost a yard. All right. That's what it looks like.
Well, let's say 2nd and no gain for Jacob Perales. So 2nd down and 10, ball at the 15-yard line. And, of course, Perales, we talked about what a good rusher he is. Last week, 24 carries for 123 yards and a touchdown. Win over Academides, 33-8. So, again, 2nd down and 10. Minute 20 remaining in the opening quarter. And Rodriguez with the ball again, tripped up from behind. Looks like a no gain.
A lot of pressure being applied from the middle of that field. Tank, big old tank. That's right, Adrian Fuentes was the cause of the fact that quarterback Rodriguez was running for his life on that play.
Fuentes, by the way, 50 tackles this season and 1 sack. Had double-digit tackles last week, a total of 10. So they're going to call 3rd down and 10. Final minute of the opening quarter here at Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburg. And it is Weslaco leading the Edinburgh North Cougars 10-0. This time, Michael Rodriguez rushing the ball. He is going to get a nice run. He is out at about the 27-yard line. Looks like he has the 1st down by a couple. We'll have to see. Well, actually, they say he went out about a yard short.
Yeah, I thought that happened. You're right. It looked like from here he picked it up, but I think he might have stepped out of bounds.
So instead of getting 12, got 9.
Right.
And this, it could be the last play coming over the quarter.
Quick moving first quarter here. To my surprise and my happiness for sure, because
now you've jinxed us.
I know, that's exactly
that especially happens in baseball.
That's exactly the reason I'm doing it. I want to be here till 11:30. I know.
Well, then you better have an umbrella to help me out, or I'll steal it from you. Okay, here comes the punt, and it is going to go back and come down. A fair catch called for at the 45-yard line. I believe, yes, that was Jaden Cavazos. So once again, for the 3rd time, we see near midfield is where Weslaco will begin their possession. Great field position for them tonight.
They've had that here pretty much from the beginning of the game, while on the other side, the Edinburgh North Cougar offense has that last possession was the worst starting
now,
field
of course,
position.
The opening series, they were 3 and out. But since that time, let me say that, Weslaco's had good field position.
Right. So this defense here for the Cougars has to step up. They need to control this offense.
Jacob Cavazos throws to the far side of the field. Gets it near the 50-yard line, gain of about 5 before the back is thrown out.
KJ Jones at the catch, and Nathan Banda. He's a nice player. Now, we've seen him play offense as well, but tonight he looks like he's focused on KJ. Banda's out there, number 15. Nathan did a good job of limiting what he does.
All right, that is going to be the final play of the opening quarter. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 at the 49-yard line of the Cougars when we come back. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison, Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburg, Texas. And it's the Weslaco Panthers right now blanking the Edinburgh North Cougars 10-0. This is a K-West production.
Before Danya Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. For Danya Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And we're back once again along with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison, beginning of the 2nd quarter. Again, It is the host team, the Edinburgh North Cougars, trailing the Weslaco Panthers 10-0. And a pass play, Jay Granados has it, and he's going to get the first down around the 41-yard line. Picks up about 7 or 8, needed 4. So it's going to be first down and 10 for Weslaco, moving north toward the scoreboard side of the field here at Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburgh, Texas. I think it's technically Richard R. Flores Stadium.
Correct.
So first down and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nice to see big play Jay coming back and get himself on this offense. Glad to see this is just going to be beneficial for this offense.
Slot on the near side, and we see now coming and moving toward the left in the slot position is Jaden Cavazos. Peyton Canablo still in the backfield, and he's going to make a huge run. He is down at the 15 at 10. Nobody is going to stop him. He goes 41 yards for the touchdown. Rushed for 2 touchdowns last week. Rushes for 1-2 now, right?
My goodness. If I had eyes like that, I didn't need these cheater glasses that I have on right now, because his vision is just amazing. Now, it happens to be that he's a young man, but let me tell you, a football player, a running back who has that ability to cut it back inside, cut it back outside, then a defender's coming, make him speed up and make him miss. I mean, wow, what a run there by Kanab.
Our extra point is good, I believe. Let's double check. Yes, by Ram Galvez. So 17-0. And again, we see Jacob Cavazos on a short touchdown run in the opening quarter, 3 yards. Then the field goal by Galvez, now a 41-yard run. And looking on the season so far, as we look at the rushing, we see that right now Kanab has 16 touchdowns and Cavasso has 15. So both of them really stacking up the yardage rushing and also collecting the touchdowns.
Andrew Reyes, got to give him props. Came up, makes a big play, big block down the field. That offensive line has been getting better and better each possession here tonight. That's good to see.
And you know, talk more about this. You talked to Coach Stroman along with me. Offensive line did not play well last week. Remember the game that was lost against Nicky Rowe? He talked about how the defense, as he said, let him down.
Right.
But this was not a good week last week for the offensive line. They're making up for it this week.
Yeah, that's what they wanted.
And that's Coach Stroman telling us.
Yeah, Coach Stroman, he says, look, there were some things that we were just not adjusting to. They were not picking up right. There were just things that just weren't working. And so tonight they came out and fixed that and added some more stuff to it, because they know they could have done a little bit better, no doubt, and they're showing it tonight.
All right, kickoff, fair catch at the 22-yard line, and that is where we'll see the Cougars start in their own territory. By the way, before I forget, I had a nice interview with Sale Garza. Used to play here baseball, now starting catcher for LSU, had a thumb injury during the summer in the Cape Cod League. Just rehabbing right now, but be ready for the regular season. Should be just about healthy now. Missed last month's fall practice. I used to play baseball here at Edinburgh North. Wanted me to tell everybody hi. Of course, the head football coach, Damon Gonzalez, used to be his head baseball coach.
Right, yeah.
And we hope to have a story coming out on him Monday in the Monitor.
We'll be looking for that.
We'll remind you about that later on again. Okay, it is going to be a little jet sweep, and this time the ball is going to go to about the 39-yard line, and a nice rush on that play by Miguel Contreras.
Yeah,
you were talking about receptions, now running.
Yeah, Contreras is one of those guys, again, they'll put him all over the field. They saw him on a jet sweep coming this way. You see him in the backfield every now and then. You're going to see him in the backfield again during this play. It looks like he's going to go line up at least on the slot. So they'll use him different ways. Nice run there by Contreras.
He does have 14 carries for 45 yards this season, so he can rush the ball. First and 10, ball at the 38-yard line, and this time another rush that will be about a yard or two short of the first down. Guess who?
Yeah. Well, new runner alert. Let's bring a new runner alert. Right. Yeah, runner alert. Ricky Garza.
Okay.
The young runner, number 8, comes in. And they're trying something a little different. Obviously, they were trying to run with the quarterback. Now they give him the ball and see what he can do with it.
Garza, 16 carries for 136 yards. Last week, 5 carries for 56 yards. And it's going to be second down and 1, ball at the 47 after his 9-yard rush. Trips over on the left side, but throws to the one receiver on the right side, and he'll get the first down knocked out at the 45 in Weslaco territory. Gain of about 6, and that was Sergio Quintanilla.
Yep.
And he, of course, is the punter.
Yeah, Sergio Quintanilla is one of those guys. That's why I told you when after the punt and Burkett hit him, I was interested. He came over and he plays defense. Burkett said, "Hey, I'm sorry about running into you, man." Was he on the offensive side? Yeah.
Well, he has 24 catches for 408 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yes, good player for the Cougars.
And this time another running play down to the 37, gain of about 8. Let's see if we can pick out who that is.
Yeah, there's it looks like to be Jacob Perales.
Okay, he's back in again.
Jacob Perales back in again, and so they're rotating runners now. Out there right now, you have Ricky Garza, who's out there with this offense now. Obviously, the quarterback, Michael Rodriguez, is the quarterback. Let's see if they keep that formation going.
2nd down and 3, ball at the 38-yard line. Slots on each side, and the ball will be handed off to Ricky, and he is going to, he may be just short of a first down. Second effort might give it to him. So a nice rush. By the way, we possibly could see 2 quarterbacks today. We were told that Robert Gonzalez could see some action. He has completed 16 of 38 passes for 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So he may come in during this game.
It's good to know, I guess, if you're not on the offense and you have a special player to, you try to give it to the throwing quarterback.
Yeah, he's the throwing quarterback, right? Okay, so it's going to be 1st down and 10. First down on that second effort. Ball at the 32-yard line. Approaching 9 minutes remaining in the first half, 17-0. It is Weslaco over Edinburg North. And now a pass over to the near side is incomplete. And it's Brendan Borrego. And he is a young man, 17 catches for 249 yards and 3 touchdowns. Last week, only 2 passes completed, but one was a 28-yard touchdown pass to him.
Right. He's one of their main guys, one of their go-to guys on this offense. And you're starting to see what Michael Rodriguez does. Take 1-2 step, quick delivery. 1-2 step, throw right, throw left, give to the running back. That's what he's doing, at least so far.
2nd down and 10, ball at the 32-yard line of Weslaco. We're on Facebook Live, and this time it is a complete pass down near the 21-yard line. So that would be a gain of 11. We'll have to see who it was.
Yeah, that's away from us. We'll double check here in a second. That's a receiver out there. It looks like Gabriel Gonzalez, number 16. Yep, Gabriel Gonzalez, number 16 out there making a play.
Okay. So it's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. So we see Cougars almost in the red zone, but there is going to be a whistle and a timeout by Weslaco.
Good, I like that timeout. I really do. I think that Coach Stroman saw, look, they're moving the ball on us. They figure something out. They're doing something a little different that we're used to, and this timeout is good. That way you kind of adjust to it, kind of give the defense a break. They've been out there for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a humid night. Obviously a big cold front is moving in later on this evening, hopefully much later. After, we're done here, packed in on the road, hopefully. That's a guy can dream, I guess.
By the way, I do want to look at something we were talking about earlier, how the Cougars had won 3 out of their last 4 games. When they got to district, they really turned things around. Of course, they lost to Vela 44-8, but a lot of people lose to Vela.
That's right, yeah.
But then they beat Donna North 41-28, and they beat Edinburg 35-28, lost to Weslaco East, no sin there, 42-0, and then defeated Academinis 33-8. Of course, started off losing to Mercedes 31-21, and they defeated, McAllen beat them 29-13. And Nicky Rowe beat them 36-14. Ed Koch Elsa beat them 27-6. So a tough non-district schedule too.
Yeah, and that they've gotten better. They're as a team, and Coach David Gonzalez mentioned it for the Cougars. Yeah, we're getting better.
Yeah, 3-2 in district.
Yep.
So after the timeout, 1st and 10, the ball at the 21-yard line, and this time a passing play down toward the end zone, lofted, and it looked like almost intercepted by Weslaco, but it was out of bounds.
Nice play out there. Really, it was a one-on-one. Jump for the ball as far as you can, and a nice play there by Elian Rodriguez out there, one of the corners out in the area. I mean, he's on an island by himself out there.
Yeah.
And he jumped up, and really going up against a receiver that is a little bigger than he is. Sergio Quintanilla is a little taller than him. Got a nice play there.
Okay, 2nd down and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. And this time it's going to be a running play down to about the 14, pickup of about 6 or 7. And nice job by their lead running back.
Yeah, they've been successful by picking those up. Jacob Perales in and out, coming in, does the damage, if you would, and then goes out, takes a breather, gets himself ready. Nice tackle there. You see by the different linebackers that the Weslaco High Panthers have. They're active here in this possession.
3rd down and 3, ball at the 14. One back in the backfield, slot over on the near side, and an incomplete pass. and it looked like it was Quintanilla, right?
Yeah, I just couldn't hook up. I mean, Quintanilla was open. He had gotten the slant on Elian back there, and he was open for a moment. That ball just couldn't get there. Now,
So,
it's interesting
field
about this
goal?
field goal kicker, yeah.
All right.
He's got a story.
Yeah,
Field goal kicker does.
from the soccer field. Kick is up. And it is no good.
Ooh.
So talk about a soccer player.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. He missed the field goal there,
Yeah.
but Coach, and speaking to Coach Gonzalez once again on the field before the game, he was saying, look, this young man was our trainer last year.
Villarreal. It's Christopher Villarreal.
Yeah, he was our trainer last year. He was on the sidelines helping some of the players, and the season, before the season ended, he talked to Coach and says, hey, Coach, can I join the football team? He said, look, you can do whatever you like. You just got to join our off-season program in order to qualify.
Right.
He says, all right, I'm there. And he says, well, I don't guarantee you a spot. He says, I don't care. All I want to do is kick. He says, you got it.
So that one was probably, about 36 yards?
About 36 yards,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And by the way, he has a long of 40. He has completed now 4 out of 6 field goals this season. And on extra point attempts, 19 out of 23. So 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. 8:16 remaining here in the first half. Weslaco over Edinburg North 17-0. And it's going to be a delayed running play. Not much on that carry, is it? Jesse Hernandez?
Jesse Hernandez making an appearance here in the middle of the second quarter. Again, not a lot of carries last week.
No, but last year against this team, 9 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown.
Ooh.
So he had a big game against this team, and don't you know that he probably does remember what he did last year. Last week you talked about only 2 carries for 3 yards, though on the season, 31 carries for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 6.6 yards per carry. So a loss of 1 on that play, 2nd down and 11, and it will be a complete pass down to about the 25-yard line, pickup of maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, KJ out there again, Cesar Zuniga on the tackle, limiting again what KJ Jones can do. I couldn't really get going much. Again, they're kind of limiting his yards after the catch, which is the way to try to, the yag. They're trying to stop that as much as possible.
But he wound up with 6 nevertheless, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5. 3rd and manageable, right?
Right.
Ball
right.
at the 25. Clock running in a moment. 7:30 remaining in the first half. We have motion to the near side by Jaden Cavazos, and this time a running play. It's going to get up to about the 29-yard line, maybe a little short of the first down. Let's see who had the
I thought he picked it up.
carry. Did he
No,
carry?
no,
Let's see.
they're calling 4th down.
All right.
Line judge down there is calling 4th down.
All right. It was Jesse Hernandez, by the way.
Coach Strobin looking at
Yeah.
the marker. He says, really? You're going to call that short?
Called a gain of 4 on that play. 4th down and 1, ball at the 29-yard line as we approach 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Of course, Jacob Cavazos does the punting, so you're never sure what he's going to do for sure. Gets the ball, and he's going to keep it and run with it, and he is going to try to break to the outside. It's going to be close. Looks like he might be short. He tried laterally going down toward the near side, but there was good pursuit.
Yeah, nice pursuit by this defense. Jason Duarte comes up from his safety spot. You had the linebacker, Javier Renteria, coming up from his linebacker spot.
But
Pushing him, but yep.
got the first down, and not talking, it was by inches.
That's what matters, my friend.
That's right.
Yeah, you
So,
pick up a first down.
First down at the 30-yard line. And again, 6:45 remaining in the first half. So far, no inclement weather at Flores Stadium. We expect hopefully a couple good hours at least to play football tonight, hopefully more. So we have slots on each side. And dropping back is Jacob Cavazos, rolling toward the near side, and he is going to go out of bounds. And there may be a late hit. There's going to be a late hit. And again, I hate to be the official here, but that was pretty even obvious to blind Scott here that there was a late hit.
You got it. You got one blind, Scott.
Yeah.
42.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Rene Hernandez, I won't use it that much, but
well, we know it was the white hat that called it,
Yeah.
right? So, all right. So there's going to be about a 15-yard personal foul there, and Jacob again, the young man. I know he was just trying to work hard. His momentum took him there, but that's something you got to stop. That definitely was not just momentum. So he'll learn from that. By the way, good line today by Coach Stroman. Remember, we never lose, we learn. talk about that. Remember that?
Yeah,
we said we win, but we never lose. We learn.
Yeah. We're waiting here.
Yeah.
There's a offset, looks like.
Offsetting, okay. Well, that may be that. All right, so there was some. We'll just have to wait and see.
They had a call against the Panthers.
Maybe a 5-yard, maybe legal motion or something.
And then they move him forward, so there was 2 fouls, and they kind of figured it out. Yeah, but Coach Stroman pretty much said, look, yeah, you're right. It's never about just winning. You learn something every game.
You never lose. You learn.
Right, exactly.
And so that was a great statement today.
And that's something that'll tell you what he does. He's a teacher. He's a teacher of these young men first. So it's always good to see and how the Panthers are adjusting here.
Great first year by him. First down and 10 ball at the 35-yard line and almost intercepted. Actually, the ball looked like it was intended for who that time?
Yeah, it looked like here was Jaden.
Okay.
It looked like Jaden Cavazos was the intended receiver.
And it was Jason Duarte.
Yeah, Jason Duarte coming
almost
up
had the ball.
Almost had it, man.
Yeah.
I just tell you. You catch that, you probably play offense, man. That's how fast that ball was going.
You know, for people that don't know, Coach Stroman's been around here a long time, even though this is his first year as head coach.
Right.
Okay, so we have a lot of motion today by Jaden Cavazos, this time going from the near side to far side, line up in the slot. Payne Kanab back in once again, who had the 41-yard touchdown run. Looks like he wants another one, and he is going to get a real nice run on that play. Ball was at the 35, and he is going to get it down, let me see here, about 26 yards to around the 39.
Yeah, he's picking up chunks of yards.
So the last 2 rushes were for like 67 yards.
Right. And quickly to the line comes the offense.
We have trips on the near side, and this time Cavazos, nobody open. He does try to dump it off to Peyton Kanab, and Kanab a little too high for him, but he was just trying not to get sacked.
Man, Cavazos does his best sidearm impression. You saw that?
Yeah.
He was on one leg, right? He had a helmet turned around. He had a guy on him, and he just kind of sidearmed it. And he got it there. It was a little high for Kanab.
By the way, the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. So second down and 10, a ball at the 39-yard line in Cougars territory, 6:17 remaining. First half, 17-0, Cougars over Edinburg North. This time, it's going to be just a couple yards for Kanab.
Juan Rodriguez, linebacker for the Cougars, has been active here most of the game. He comes up and also makes a stop on Kanab along with a couple of other Cougars.
Okay. Gain of 2 on the play, 3rd and 8.
It was nice to see Coach Habacker, the offensive coordinator for the Jaguars. And people are wondering, Habacker, where have I heard that name before?
And we have receivers in the slot. A little screen pass goes to Payne Kanab, and he's going to get a couple, but he's still going to be about 5 yards short of the first down. Talk about the coach.
Yeah, Coach Habacker, Max Habacker, most people are saying, yeah, I've heard that name from somewhere. A coach here in the Rio Grande Valley not too long ago was a very successful program that was not successful at the time.
Roma?
Roma. He's a Trojan up there.
And he's offensive coordinator
coordinator now for these Cougars. Nice to see him out on the field coaching these young men. He's a good coach.
Gain of 2, 4th down and 6. Ball at the 35-yard line. Trips on the far side. This time Cavazos has it, and he is going to get out at about the 32-yard line, and he had to get 6, got about 3 on that play.
Yeah, Juan Rodriguez came up and made a nice play. He wanted to make sure that he did not pick up that first down. At least tried not to, and he did. He was successful on that. Turnover on downs for the Panthers. Leading 17-0, 5:03 left to go in the second quarter. A nice moving game. I like the flow.
You keep trying to jinx us, football, Fred. I'm going to have to put some tape over your mouth, all right? First down and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Duct tape, too. That's very painful to get off.
It'll be the first time somebody's tried.
Well, all right. I don't want to hear about this, I don't think. Okay, first down and 10, and again, another running play, and this is a nice one this time for Edinburg North, and the ball is going to go to about the 47-yard line in the territory of the Panthers. So we are going to say on that play, gain of close to 20.
Jacob Perales, he's doing it again. Look at him. He's going to go out off the field. He comes up, does a big play, then goes out, drinks some Gatorade, ties his shoelaces, waits a play, then comes back in.
All right.
That is so cool. I want that job.
Okay. First down and 10. Again, a ball at the 46-yard line. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. And can we call Edinburg North Notre Dame South with their uniforms?
Man, they look sharp.
They do. And I mean, that was a compliment, too. I grew up in Chicago, so I was a big Notre Dame fan growing up.
Golden Dome.
Yeah, the Golden Dome. I've actually been there once, and LSU was playing, and all the LSU fans were yelling Tiger Bait. It was pretty funny. This is back when Dalton Hilliard was playing in the mid-'80s.
See, I'm not kidding. Here comes number 5. Here comes Jacob Morales,
Yeah.
all gaitered up, shoes tied
All
up,
gaitered up.
and now he's ready to go. Watch this. I've been watching this.
Second down and 10, ball at the 46-yard line following the incomplete pass. We're on Facebook Live tonight. Glad you're with us. This time, no gain, but a flag. A flag.
Tanks, and that's enough, man. I've been watching you. You get Gatorade. If I don't get it, you're not getting anything. You just stay here. It's a flag. It's interesting things you see when you start focusing on the football field. Things that are happening. Everything is different. You know, you focus on one thing and it's different than the other.
Was that, by the way, a legal motion?
Yeah, it was. They moved back. They moved them back there.
All right, so it's going to be second down and 15. Ball at the 49-yard line. Rodriguez at quarterback, and jukes a tackle, and he is almost going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, he was under pressure. That was nothing but white jerseys in front of him. I mean, he tried to missed one. It was a big 94. It was Alexis Munoz. He was there back there. And then all of a sudden you have Tank back there, and then you have big 48 Estebanez, who creates all sorts of trouble.
Munoz, by the way, 39 tackles, 10 last week. During the season, an interception and a fumble recovered. So, loss of 1 on the play. Third down and 16, ball at the 48 in Cougars territory. Approaching 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. And this time, a pass play up the middle, receiver open, and he will be down for the first down at about the 34-yard line, gained about maybe 15 or 16.
New receiver alert. Number 23, Santos Rivera, making a play right down the middle and picking up a big first down for the Cougars.
Well, he's played a little bit this year, and we'll try to take a look at his numbers. He has 3 catches, I believe. Well, we'll double check in a moment. Okay, there is going to be a nice run this time, and this is going to be a run that's going to get inside the 10-yard line to the 9, gain of 24 yards on that play.
Yeah, Ricky Garza, he just decided to move the play-action stick to the left and then to the right. Back to the right. Man, what a move by here, Mr. Garza, man. He picked up some good yardage.
So they mark the ball at the 10, but they cannot get a first down. It is 1st and goal to go. And again, a running play, and this ball is going to get down to near about the 5-yard line.
Jacob Morales getting some big yards tonight, having a decent game tonight. More than a decent game, really.
Yeah.
He's been having a nice night, nice half anyway. And watch him. There he goes. I figured him out. Look at number 5.
Yeah.
Look at him.
There you go. Number 6,
play.
right? Or 6 or 5.
It's at number 5.
Okay. All right.
Big play. Watch him. Get a little bit of 2-0. Tie your shoelaces. I'm ready, coach.
Gain of 6 on that play. 2nd and goal to go at the 4-yard line, that is. Moving toward the south end zone, away from the scoreboard. That time, miscommunication. Throws the ball in the end zone, but no defenders or receivers nearby. Again, miscommunication between the quarterback and his receivers.
Bit of a timing play a little bit, trying to go out there to Quintanilla. Quintanilla really just couldn't get there. That pass was thrown just a bit before.
Offsides against the defense, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to get him closer now.
Yeah. So ball will go, I believe, to, let's see, the 2-yard line. Yeah, half the distance to the goal. So it's going to be at the 2. And there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
All right, the timeout is over. 2nd and goal to go from the 2. 3:15 remaining here in the opening half.
Ricky Garza taking that ball right up the middle there.
That's right. And he is going to be down near the goal line.
I got to call it. That's a touchdown.
They're going to call it a touchdown. All right, a 2-yard touchdown with 3:09 remaining here in the first half. So Cougars get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. And we do have Villarreal coming up with the extra point attempt.
Nice play there. Nice mix of pass and run by the Cougars on that possession. Nice drive put together by Edinburg North.
And again, extra point attempt coming up. It is up.
Ooh, blocked.
And it is blocked. It is blocked. So with 3:09 remaining here in the second quarter, it is still the Weslaco Panthers with 17. And, of course, now the Edinburg North Cougars have 6.
I was really impressed, and we talked about it very little during the beginning of the ball game, where Coach Stroman says, look, after the loss, the kids were, it's a loss. It doesn't matter who you play. It's always tough loss. It's always tough, especially when you play, at the Naco Bowl. So anyway, so he says during the week, we had a really good practice. The kids were are ready to get back on the field. Good thing it's a Thursday night game. They didn't think they could wait another night. But he said something very interesting that I think speaks a lot, speaks volumes about Jacob Cavazos, the quarterback for the Panthers. He said, look, he comes over and he says, hey, Coach, do you have a minute? Comes into his office, closes the door, sits down. He says, Coach, just had a real nice talk. And basically what he said is, look, we want the ball. If we win the toss, we want the ball. We want to get out there. We've got something to prove. That tells you the leadership that young man has.
Yes.
And so it's always good to see that. That tells you a lot of things, not just necessarily about a football player, but what type of person he is. And it's good to see. That's a nice story. I think we touched on it a little bit. We just wanted to really expand on what happened. But I think it's a real good thing to see this young man grow up and make those nice decisions for his team.
Villarreal on the kickoff. Ball goes down at the 22-yard line. Jaden Cavazos has it, and he'll go from the 22 to about the 37, picks up about 15 yards on that kickoff return.
Big Mel Rodriguez on the return.
Oh, is it Mel? Okay,
that's Mel.
All right, number 2. Sometimes it's hard to see 3 from 2.
Sure, that's all right. It happens, but Mel is another guy who's
he's having a nice year.
He's having a nice year. He's going to be back next year. He's just a junior, so future's bright for Mr. Rodriguez.
Oh, definitely is. 12 catches for 136 yards and 3 touchdowns this season. Well, I remember one game where he had 3 straight catches.
Yep. Yeah, he's a good player. He's added, he's got a couple of seniors ahead of him, obviously understanding, but he's a good player.
Slot on the near side. Hayden Kanab in the backfield gets the ball, staying next to the quarterback. Another good run for a first down. Bounces away from one defender, gets out at about the 47-yard line. So he is going to pick up about 16 yards on that rush. He's had some big carries today.
I'm just amazed at this kid, man. I mean, he's just got the ability to cut it back instantly, and then he knows when to go. He turns on the Jets right at the time he needs to. Great pickup there.
Well, something like 3 out of his last 4 runs, 41, 26, and 16 on 3 of his last 4 runs. That one, though, just a very little gain.
Half of his eyesight. That's all I need. Half of his eyesight.
Yeah.
Man.
No gain on that play, actually. 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the 46-yard line in the territory of the Cougars. And we do have 2:30 clock running. Panthers only have 1 timeout left. Meanwhile, the Cougars have their full complement of 3.
All white jerseys tonight and pants for the Panthers. I mean, it's on Facebook Live tonight. You can see that. Purple helmets. Nice look.
Kind of like the road uniforms from a distance of the Vikings, right?
Yep, that's what it is.
All right, so another running play, and we are going to pick up a few yards on that. It was 3rd down and 10. We'll see where they mark the ball. Give them 4 on that play, so 3rd down and 6, under 2 minutes remaining till halftime.
Berrones has been open on a couple of plays. I wonder if they're going to take a chance with him. I'll take a shot maybe here.
Ball at the 42-yard line. Cavazos has it, rolls to the near side, going to throw it downfield, intended for Jaden Cavazos. Ball hops in short.
Yeah, you tried there. You tried to get it there, but again, Cavazos was rolling onto his right, and he had to throw it from an uncomfortable position, and really you can see that it was just short.
Let's recognize a few of the guys that are injured right now that have not played. This gentleman's been out for a few weeks.
Yeah, Aaron Tomás, we'll start with him, number 1. Remember, he got injured. He was one of the people who got injured here last game against Vela. So he's here tonight, looking better.
And again, Cavazos has the ball tipped away at the line of scrimmage. And that was 4th down, so ball goes over. A couple guys that are linebackers that would have started this year, but looking better all the time.
Yeah, Ethan Zamora, big number 40. He's looking good out there. Also, big number 50. He was lifting that big old jackhammer or whatever that is that they have out there. Charles White is big number 50, man. He looks like he's ready to get on the field as well.
And hope we're not missing anybody else, or maybe a couple other players.
Yeah, it's another player the coach told us about, Mario Perez.
That's the guy we want to talk about.
Mario Perez, who also is a senior running back, will be joining them next week, it looks like, and he was injured also.
Had an arm injury. Only had, I think, one carry for 13, 15 yards. Got injured on that play.
He's a senior and will be back hopefully next week in the playoffs.
All right. So it's going to be 1st and 10. And this time, the ball looks like to be complete at the 30-yard line. Goes out at about the 25. It's a big reception, about 32 yards far side of the field.
Yeah, Michael Rodriguez throwing that up. Nice pitch and catch. You go up there, and when you go up there, you have Quintanilla, and then you have also Borrego.
Was it Quintanilla?
Yeah, it was Quintanilla. You have a receiver going up there. They can go up there and get that ball.
Yeah.
Nice play there by Big 23 at Rodriguez, but he just couldn't come up with it. Big play there by the Cougars.
All right, so 1st and 10. Good gain on that play. Another passing play. Receiver is open for a moment. Does he hold on? No, incomplete. Close to a 25-yard touchdown pass, and the receiver was Brendan Borrego.
Yeah, and we just talked about him. He said, you got two guys out there that are tall receivers, athletic, and go and get the ball. And they go to the other guy. They tried earlier Quintanilla on a big play. Now they try him into the end zone. Was a Borrego. Not to happen, though. He was nice play by that defense to knock that ball away. Jacob Dana was out there as well.
And this time, looked to be a running play. Going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. We'll have to wait and see who the running back is. Good gang tackling. Have to see when he gets up.
A lot of bodies there. You know, it just looks to be Ricky Gaddisa who picked up, but got out of there.
All right, it's going to be a gain of 4, 3rd and 6 at the 21-yard line. First timeout used in the first half by the home team. And while we have this timeout, let us go down the RGVsports.com top 10, okay? McAllen Memorial, number 1. They could face maybe Weslaco sometime down
That's
the
a
line.
possibility. If things line up correctly, sure, that is a possibility.
Okay, number 2, Harlingen High. Number 3, Sherryland Pioneer. Number 4, Edinburg Vela. And, of course, they've been number 1 in the poll this year. Weslaco East took a while to get into the poll, but now they're at number 5. La Feria, I believe they're undefeated. They're 6-0. Weslaco at number 7. PSG High at 8. La Jolla Palmview now in the poll at 9, and Mission Veterans at 10. What do you think about it?
PSG High is ranked too low. PSG High is better. I think you swap number 1, number 2.
Veterans?
Harlingen should be number 1, and Memorial should be number 2.
Okay.
Ooh, big catch.
Yeah, big catch down around the 11-yard line.
And Sergio Quintanilla,
got that catch.
He's having a big second quarter.
Right. So it's a gain of about 10 or 11. We'll see where they mark it. Ball is at the 10-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal to go. So overall, you think Mission Veterans should be ranked higher?
No.
Which one? Memorial? Who?
Well, I'll tell you in a second here. No, go ahead.
Okay, 1st down and 10. 1 back in the backfield. Slots on each side. Michael Rodriguez at quarterback. And this time, he will hand it off, and it's going to be a gain to about the 7-yard line.
Esperales picking up some yards. Yeah, I thought when you read it, McAllen Memorial.
They're number 1.
So I think Harlingen and McAllen Memorial should flip spots.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Harlingen should be the top team right now. They are hot, man. They are playing good offense. They're playing good defense. I think Harlingen High should be number 1. Right. I wouldn't even rank McAllen Memorial number 2. I'll be honest with you. I'll rank PSJA High higher. I'll put PSJA number 2. McAllen Memorial.
PSJA High's at 8.
Yeah, there's no way. There's just no way. I mean, they're undefeated. For goodness sakes. I mean, they're a team that is probably going to win district. They just beat a good Mission team last week. Are you kidding me?
All right.
I'm writing a letter.
Now we've got 2nd down and goal to go at the 6. A timeout for the Cougars. 34 seconds remaining. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining. And, of course, it's nice to see, like I say, Weslaco East, again, a rival school, but doing good. Tanaka Bowl last week, by the way, if you're maybe an Edinburg fan not aware of that, it was the 8th Tanaka Bowl ever. Now it's all knotted up at 4 games apiece, 4 wins apiece for both Weslaco East and Weslaco.
So everybody's happy. I'm happy. You're happy.
That's right. Okay, we've got spread, slots on each side, pass into the end zone. And it is, we're waiting to see. Touchdown.
Wow.
Okay, did you see it was a Quintanilla?
Yeah, that was Quintanilla.
All right, 3-yard reception for the touchdown.
Give him the MVP of the second quarter. If you want to give it to him for the first half, why not? He has been on fire. Man, what a touchdown. What a big play. He's the one that set it up, and why not give it to him on that pass? Just a nice slant pass, and here comes the extra point.
And it's up, and it is good. So with 31 seconds remaining in the first half, we have 13 unanswered points by the Cougars, and the Panthers lead 17-13. They'll get the ball back, but again, just 31 seconds and 1 timeout left. What do you expect, Football Fred? You think they're just going to go? Now, keep in mind, it is going to be the Edinburg Cougars to get the ball, Edinburg North Cougars to get the ball to begin the second half. You think there's going to be any trickery? Or obviously, if we have a return of 60, 70 yards, that changes everything.
Yeah, I believe they shouldn't go away from what they were doing, especially on special teams. The Cougars, they've been kind of
I'm talking about it, Weslaco.
Yeah, Weslaco will try to set something up, no doubt. You got 30 seconds. You've got one timeout.
Right. So you think they'll go for something?
Yeah, you've got to try, especially, I think the key is what you said.
Yeah.
The key is if you get a good return, sure.
Yeah. And also, you have to consider you don't have the ball to start the second half.
Right. So
and I don't know how the weather's going to deteriorate or not. We're in a booth. We do have windows open, but we can't tell.
See, now who's jinxing who?
Well,
See now?
I'm the weatherman here. Actually, when I was in college, I had to do the role of a meteorologist once, and that was hard.
So did you stand and you
point
at
the wall is all
the
wall. I'm not going to get too much into this, but the wall is actually blank that you're pointing at.
Right.
You know anything about meteorology on TV, you'll understand. Okay, so here is the return, and this is, I believe, Mel.
Yeah, that's Mel.
Mel Rodriguez, and he's going to get down to near the 40-yard line. So good field position, and I'm going to say that means you need to go for it.
Yeah,
That's me.
That's 22 seconds.
Yeah.
It looks like the Cougars have all the momentum. At least it looks like they're going to end the half with it.
Yes.
So you want to take it away? You want a shot at it? Why not? You got a timeout. 22 seconds. Wind is not a problem, so you can throw the ball if you choose to.
They're going toward the north end zone.
Right.
Toward the scoreboard. Well, we'll see. We do have slots on each side. One back in the backfield with Jacob Cavazos. And there is going to be a penalty. One of the defensive linemen almost had a meet and greet with Cavazos before the snap.
I got to say, the Cougars.
They're going to be offsides on the defense, so the ball will go to the 44-yard line.
Have been surprising on their passing. I mean, I know that.
Yeah, only 9 passes last week.
They've been getting to that pretty good, and they're in the game because of that.
All right. We have a slot on the far side. Actually, slots on both sides. And Jacob Cavazos is going to unload it downfield, and he is going to overthrow his intended receiver, Jaden Cavazos. Actually, the defenders were closer to the ball than the intended receiver, but they were not close enough for an interception.
Yeah, 4 navy blue jerseys back there on the play.
Second down and 5, ball at the 15. Second down and 5, 15 seconds left, ball at the 44.
Let's see what they do here. I would try one more time. Why not? It's 15 seconds. Give it a shot.
Looked like a potential blitz. Ball is handed off to Peyton Knab, and of course he has capability of huge runs, but he is just going to get to about the 48-yard line. Gain of 4. He is knocked out with 7 seconds remaining. Second down, I believe a first down on that, right? Or is it? Let's see.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, well,
to it.
Really, the down. It's third down. It doesn't really matter at this point.
Right.
It's third down, maybe in inches to make this correct, but 7 seconds remaining, so you're not going to get more than 2 plays.
Hail Mary?
I would do a couple of them. Well, if you can, if you.
I said no. Do you know how to do it?
Do I know how to do it?
Just kidding.
I don't.
Just kidding. It's the play. The play.
If I had a missile launcher, I could throw a Hail Mary, but that's about it. All right. If that's what you're asking me. But no, I do. Yeah, you go the Hail Mary.
I don't know what. I couldn't start to tell you how that begins. I have no idea. The pass, I know how to get going.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Quick pass.
Yeah, quick pass, and it is complete on the far side. Ball will go down to about the 32-yard line. I can't tell if it's Mel or Jaden.
That looks like, at least they had a second, but it looks like they're going to call it gone, yeah? Yeah. Coach Gonzalez over there on the side is going to get out of here. Get off the field.
Yeah, it was Jaden Cavazos, I believe. So the first half's come to an end, and the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. And again, at halftime, we're at Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburg, Texas. This is District 31 6A action at halftime, the Weslaco Panthers, they are leading the host Edinburg North Cougars 17-13. We're getting ready for some entertainment from the high school bands. I'm Scott Harrison. This is Football Fred, and you are watching on Facebook Live, a K-West production.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And welcome back to football at its best, K-West style. It's Thursday night. We're in Edinburg, Texas, Richard R. Flores Stadium. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. And it is the host Cougars of Edinburg North trailing the Weslaco Panthers at halftime, 17-13. District 31-6A action. Final regular season game for both teams. Both headed to the playoffs. Panthers 7-2, 4-1 in district, but last week losing on a last-minute field goal to Weslaco East 17-14. Edinburg North 3-6, but doing very well in district, 3-2, and it's been 13 unanswered points by the Cougars. And we see starting off Jacob Cavazos' 3-yard run for a touchdown in the first quarter for the Panthers. Then we had a 35-yard field goal by Ram Galvez. Payne Kanab, a 41-yard touchdown run. But then we had a couple touchdowns and one missed extra point for the home team. It was Ricky Garza, and he had a run, I believe, of 2 yards. And then we had a 3-yard touchdown pass. That, of course, for the Cougars. So it's going to be an interesting second half to see how motivated we see the Panthers come out.
So really what we wanted to see is just kind of the Panthers kind of get rolling. Now we got to see the defense play. Early before the second half or the second half started here, really Edinburg North had all of the momentum going into the half. So let's see if the Panthers can slow that down. Some passing, short passing by the Cougars has been successful. Let's see how the Panthers adjust.
And one thing we did enjoy while we were here was something new for the team. Only been here a couple games.
We're
talking about Edinburg.
You know me, I always look at the things that some people really don't really care much about. But in this case, Edinburg North should be very proud of their new inflatable. It looks nice. It looks like a big old mansion with Edinburg North written all over it.
And that's, of course, where the players run out.
Yeah, donated by people there from some of the people that are play on the team, some of the family members were the
supporters.
Supporters of that. So
family members.
We'll tell you now, if you're listening live on Facebook, glad to have you along. Just letting you know that the cool front is moving in through Edinburg. So we're the northern part of the valley, I guess. So when the cool front moves in, we'll tell you about it, and we have. So we'll do, remember, Scott Harrison has meteorology experience.
Yes, I do.
So we'll definitely put him on the horn if things start to change or go south, if you would. Let's hope not. But,
by the way, Sergio Quintanilla, he had the other touchdown for Edinburg North. And right now, I guess we're approaching 9 o'clock Central Time.
Yep.
And it looks like first chance rain going to be within the hour, 40% chance. And then after that, going up to about 60 or 70%.
That sounds good to me. Let's keep it that way.
Let's hope we can get.
I like your
through
forecast.
Cougars 1st and 10 after the kickoff that went out of bounds, and not much doing that time, right? They got a star running back over there, and he does a good job.
Yeah, they're able to. They use different backs. We were kind of looking at Jacob Perales. He was one of them. We had Ricky Garza, another one that just took the ball there.
Right.
So they've been using different players. So we'll see if that continues here in the second half.
And it's second down and 10 ball at the 30, following the penalty when the ball went out of bounds. The ball went to the 30. And again, Edinburg North deferred, took the ball to begin the second half. They're moving toward the north, toward where the scoreboard is, if you're familiar with Richard R. Flores Stadium. All right, a pass play this time, and it's behind the back of the intended receiver, Miguel Contreras.
Quick pass pattern, and really, I'm kind of interested in seeing how the wind that's starting to pick up from the north will take a total effect or an effect on the passing game. You know, especially on north. North has been throwing the ball quickly. That ball went south quickly. I don't know if the wind had carried it or not, but we'll keep an eye on that.
Well, remember, this is a team that some games doesn't pass very much.
Right.
And their big win against Catamides last week only threw the ball 9 times. At least the starting quarterback, Rodriguez, I believe he may have been the only quarterback last week. But again, one of them was for a touchdown, 28 yards. And now here we go, a jet sweep play, and it's going to be a loss way back in the backfield.
Nice play there by Austin. That was Austin Craig. Nice play coming back from his defensive tackle spot, coming up and making that play. He brings up single-handedly brings the running back down. Nice play there, sir. Proud of you. Nice tackle. Brings up a fall down. Just exactly what you wanted to see this defense do if you're a Panther fan.
So 4th down and 16. Ball at the 24-yard line. Remember, Weslaco was 3 and out to begin the game, and the punt is blocked. The punt is blocked. It's going to be recovered by the home team, but that doesn't matter. The ball will go over to Weslaco. So nice job. We tried to see who did it, but it was a big, big block.
Yeah, they came up. It looked like a couple of players came up from the middle there and make the play, and they blocked this punt. And boy, they talk about good field position. Man, you can't get any better than this. If you're a Weslaco Panther offense, you just needed to get rolling here, put up some quick scoring. And you know, I'm going to tell you something funny. How the North Cougars won the game last week. It had to do something with a kick. I'll tell you in a second here.
1st and goal to go at the 8. Low snap. Ball is handed off, and it's going to be a run down to about the 4-yard line. Looks like it's Payne Kanab. So 2nd and goal to go.
That was, I believe, I'm double checking that. Yeah, that's Jesse Hernandez.
Oh, Hernandez, okay.
Big 21. Nice to see him there. Looks like he's getting the call. They're both out there. Hernandez.
All right, yeah, and Coach said he would do that a little bit. Did it last week. And it's a running play once again, and this time it's Kanab, and he's going to get down to about the 1. So it's going to be coming up to be 3rd and goal to go from about the 1.
So it was, they were going for a field goal, the opposing team against the Cougars. Kicks the ball. The ball is blocked technically, but it's right into the hands of the defender. Defender catches it and goes all the way and scores a touchdown. That's how the Cougars win.
All right, this time it's going to be Kanab, and he is going to be in, I believe. Yes, touchdown. Had to really get some second effort there, but stretched out, got in for the score, gets his 2nd touchdown of the night, 41 yards earlier. This time he is going to get a touchdown from 1 yard out, and for Kanab on the season, let's double check, he now has 17 touchdowns.
Nice play there, nice run, physical run by Kanab. That's what we expect from him. And really, all Panther fans know he's going to give you everything he's got. He's just tough runner.
So extra point attempt coming up. It's now 23-13. There was a flag. And I believe it's going to move the extra point attempt back.
Now, I'm noticing something. I'm always looking out for my fellow O-linemen. You know that. I'm always looking out for them. I'll tell you here in a second, they're going to try the extra long now. Extra point, and here they move.
So false starts twice in a row, right?
I was about to give props to the offensive line.
Well, this is special teams, so.
And then they move. I'll just bring up something that I noticed earlier, and I don't think it's. We spoke to Coach Stroman earlier, and he said that all the team was ready to go. Big 64, big Rolando Morales hadn't played much tonight. I don't know if that's design. I know he was favoring an ankle as the kick is up.
Extra point attempt is up, about from the 20, and it is good. So with 9:48 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, Panthers after the block punt go 8 yards. I think it's 3 plays, 8 yards and 3 plays. Peyton Kanab on a 1-yard touchdown. Extra point is good, and they lead the Cougars, who had scored 13 unanswered points, lead Edinburg North, Weslaco 24-13.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to bring out. He seems to be okay. He's not injured.
Who was that?
That was 64, Rolando Morales.
Okay.
one of the guards.
Yeah, he was injured earlier this season.
He was earlier this season.
Not that long ago, 2 games ago maybe?
Right, you're right. And he was a little hobbled last week during the Tinaco Bowl, but he looks to be okay. It's just maybe a precautionary move where they just don't want to play him tonight, but the offensive line is working without him tonight. But just wanted to bring that out.
Good.
And we're looking bigger and better as the Panthers get ready for the playoffs.
So, ball actually, talk about the wind. Okay, they had the ball teed up at the 40 to kick it off. It rolled off the tee.
Yeah, they're going to have to bring probably Joe Maldonado to hold the ball. Watch the finger, buddy.
Yeah.
Watch the finger. Concentrate on the ball. Don't look at the kicker. Don't look at the kicker. Look at the ball. He's looking at the kicker.
You know what you would say if you're Adam Vinatieri, who missed that field goal for the Colts, make sure the seams are not facing me. Did you see that over the weekend?
Yeah, I saw that.
The guy's isn't he 50 years old? I'm joking. He's not quite that old. But I remember seeing him get a winning kick for the Patriots in their first Super Bowl ever. I was there in New Orleans, I think, in 2003. And he was already not a rookie, and that's, been 16 years ago?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
no, he's getting close to it. If not there, he's close to it.
Well, I know that Morton Anderson of the Saints, his goal was to play till he was 50. He played till his mid-40s as a kicker, and at one time he had the all-time kicking records for field goals for both the Saints and the Falcons. That's pretty unbelievable he did it for 2 teams.
That's one of the things I never wanted to do is hold the ball on the kick.
But, yeah, that's because you watched Lucy do it to Charlie Brown.
Yeah, right? That didn't mess up your finger.
Yeah.
Man, you're hurt for the remainder of the weekend.
All right.
Purple.
1st and 10 at the 25, and the pass is complete to the 30. It's a pickup of about 5 yards on that particular play, and the pass goes to Gabriel Gonzalez.
Yeah, quickly there is the linebacker, Josh Burkett. He is quick on the spot there. Yeah, I like that.
Gabriel Gonzalez is on both sides, right?
Right. Yeah, but yeah, they have the safety and the wide receiver for the Cougars, right?
Yeah. All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 2, and the ball is over around the 32-yard line. Actually, we'll call it 2nd down and 4, ball at the 31. And here we go. Another pass play, and it's good at the far side of the field. Ball's going to go down to about the 37-yard line. Going to be a 1st down.
I'm telling you what, I'm just kind of go out, and that's not even a limb because this is happening. They're taking quite a bit. The quarterback, Michael Rodriguez, steps back quickly, but he takes a while to deliver the ball. If I'm a corner, I'm a safety, and I'm quick enough, I can jump that pass. So don't be surprised if the Panthers kind of take a chance at that.
And it might have been Borrego on that last reception.
Right.
Okay, so it's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 39-yard line. Still in Cougars territory. They're moving to the north, and this time a running play gets down to about the 43, pickup of 4 on the far side.
Nice quick run there by Ricky Garza. Again, the double-headed running attack that the Cougars are running. They've been comfortable with it. They've been getting some good yardage. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. Let's see if they continue to do that, or those quick passes they've been trying to work all night here. See if they get back to that.
So they'll call it 2nd down and 7. And we have trips on the near side, one back in the backfield, spread formation. And we are going to have a passing play and a long one downfield, and just broken up at the last moment. And that pass was intended for Quintanilla and broken up, I believe, by Jacob Denna.
Yeah, and he had to race back there because that ball looked like it got hung up with the air a little bit. But if it's thrown a little farther, that might have been 6. So we're thanking Mr. North Wind here on that one. Nice play by the defender. Don't get me wrong, he was there. He covered some quick grass there very quickly.
Slot on each side, 3rd down and 7. This time throwing to the near side, and it looks like it's hauled in at the 49-yard line. And again, it is going to be a reception.
It's Quintanilla.
Yeah, Quintanilla, all right.
Yeah, Quintanilla is the guy they've been going to pretty much from the beginning of the 2nd quarter all the way through now.
And again, it was Denna on the coverage. So a 1st down right at midfield, 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. 8:31 remaining 3rd quarter, and it is 24-13 Panthers over the Cougars. This time a running play, and it's going to be a run of about 6 or 7 yards down to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Jason Duarte, another ball player, getting the ball there. And that's like number 5. I'm sorry about that. That is Jacob Perales.
Okay.
Yep, and there's his usual routine, make a big play, head out. That's it. I'm telling you.
Give him 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3, ball at the 43-yard line. And again, we have trips on the far side. One back in the backfield with Michael Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will throw it downfield, and it looks like it is intercepted that time. We'll have to wait a moment. Was it Denna?
No, that was Gabriel Gonzalez.
The other Gabriel Gonzalez.
That's the other Gabriel Gonzalez. And we kind of had a feeling this was coming.
Yeah.
We kind of said, look, the Panthers are going to figure this out. And it's just going to be a matter of time, but by this ball going one way, and it's just taking too long, and excellent play there by Gonzalez.
Gonzalez last week, maybe a little more than you want to hear from a defensive back, 12 tackles. 65 on the season, of course. Weslaco East, a tough opponent last week.
Especially when he's your safety.
Yeah. So, again, it's going to be 1st and 10. That's at least a couple turnovers today, right, for Weslaco that I can remember. 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Jacob Cavazos, Peyton Knob in the backfield with him. Cavazos, we know he can run the ball, and that time he is going to get down to about the 45-yard line, picks up 12 or 13 yards and a first down.
Yeah, he had everybody fooled. Cavazos did. Had me fooled too. He thought Knob had it, but he kept it right down the middle and picked up a big first down. Nice run there by Cavazos.
Of course, Cavazos, he has a good average running the ball. We'll give it to you in just a moment. It's going to be 1st and 10 again, ball at the 44-yard line. And it's going to be a running play this time. I believe it's Peyton Knob, and he'll get down to the 49, gets about 7 on that particular play. And we talk about the running here. We take a look at Peyton Knob, and he averages about 6.8 yards a carry, and Cavazos 7.1. So between them both, you're getting about 7 yards per carry average between those two guys.
Yeah, Hernandez is the one that just carried there.
Well, he's doing over 6.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, Jesse Hernandez.
Nice averages.
Yeah. So this time it is a pass play, and it is complete down to the 42-yard line, a pickup of about 7. Did you see the receiver?
Yeah, that was Jaden Cavazos picking up another first down for the Panthers. I like that you mentioned earlier, the offset where they have Hernandez and Knob back there. It gives you a lot of options.
It does, and Coach likes to sneak that in there. I think that's something he started last week. So it's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 42 in the territory of Edinburg North. The clock approaching the midpoint of the 3rd quarter. And this time, a little bit of a jet sweep. Well, actually, Peyton Knob took it coming from the far side, and he gets it down to about the 41. Not much on that play, and a good tackle by Raul Gonzalez.
Jaden Cavazos on that sweep. They're giving him the ball on the sweeps. They're getting to him out of the flat. Cavazos is very active tonight.
So it is going to be 2nd and 10, no game at the 42. Jacob Cavazos with the ball. He'll run this time, and he'll throw it at the last second, but he was just trying to throw it away.
Yeah, smart move. Not trying to, force it in there, pick up a bad play or just get an interception or anything like that. Something bad could happen when you try to fit it in there. Smart quarterback gets rid of it. Let's try it again. We've got the air behind us. Wind is pushing. We're going towards the south. We've got the lead. Let's put this together.
And it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Ball at the 42-yard line. 5:51 remaining. 3rd quarter, 24-14. Panthers over the Cougars. Slots on each side. One back in the backfield. That's Peyton Knob. Jacob Cavazos feeling some pressure, and he'll go over toward his left. Throws it to the near sideline. Was it caught in bounds?
Oh, he's going to say
Let's
no.
See. Oh.
The official.
Tippy-toe trying to keep it in bounds that time. Was that Peyton Knob?
That was Peyton Knob doing his best ballerina move. Man, on those tip-toes.
Yeah. He would have had it, inside the 30 for sure.
That sideline judge came up, looked at him, and he said, nope, not quite.
So 4th down and 10, ball at the 42. Let's see. Of course, we know that Cavazos, Jacob, is also the punter, so you never are quite sure what they'll do. Again, 4th down and 10. Got to get the ball down to the 32-yard line of the Cougars.
I'm going.
Yeah, they got slots on each side. Knob in the backfield. Cavazos drops back to midfield. Feels some pressure. Now he is trying to direct a receiver to get open and just has to throw it away.
Yeah, and see, that's what I figured. And there's going to be a flag. Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. Hold everything.
Jose Salinas among those applying the pressure.
It's right where the offensive line is. I didn't get to see the penalty, but it's thrown right where a Cougar player was. Now, it could be go either way here.
By the way, we never mentioned this, but last year Weslaco won this game at Bobby Lackey Stadium 57-6, so quite a difference this year.
I'm thinking that one of my fellow offensive linemen might have been.
Oh, you were an offensive lineman?
So. Yeah, so down the field. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you in your head, you're thinking 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then you don't see Jaden anymore. I mean, you don't see Jacob anymore. Say, oh man, I gotta go block. But then all of a sudden, Jaden decides to throw the ball. And then you say, oh, man, they're going to call me. I mean, that's at least what you're thinking, if you're an offensive lineman. You can tell because sometimes they'll stand there and thinking, yeah, I think it's going to be on me. I'm just wondering, And so that's what we get now. I don't know if that's going to be the call. I'm just saying that it's in that area.
Both teams in the playoffs, right? And there's two opponents they could face. It just could be flip-flop, right?
Yeah. Here comes
Los Fresnos and who else? San Benito? Against the offense. Penalties declined.
Yeah.
All right. Again, it's hard to hear in here, so I'm not sure.
That's going to be – that was two fouls.
All right.
This bigger one, the personal foul, looks like they're keeping that one.
All right.
Edinburg North is.
Okay.
So what's up to what ends up being a good fourth play toss away ends up being kind of a bad play because now they're going to walk in. If they mark this down, it's going to be into Panther territory.
Right. Now,
go ahead.
I want to ask you, what is the scenario for the playoffs? It's flip-flop, right?
Right. So basically, let's just talk about these two teams without anybody else.
Right.
doing
Just these two.
So the winner tonight, will probably take on.
Yeah, probably.
Take on Los Fresnos.
Okay.
At this point, that's what it looks like. San Benito and Los Fresnos play tomorrow. Predictions are San Benito should win. So the winner tonight, let's say Weslaco wins tonight, they will play Los Fresnos while Edinburg North will probably end up playing San Benito.
I got you.
Obviously, it looks like I don't know if San Benito and Edinburg North played last year, so I wonder if they'll play it here or they play it over there. Not 100% sure on that. That's where the coin toss comes in.
So the ball is in Panthers territory at the 43-yard line, first down and 10, and going to be a running play, and it looks like Morales gets nowhere.
Not a lot of place to go there. The only people that were there were white jerseys, and so you had really there was Alexis Munoz was there. You had Aaron Garcia there. You had Burkett. Tank was there as well.
Saw Tank's dad at halftime. Always a pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be second down and 11, loss on that play. Ball back at the 44-yard line again. We see the Cougars moving toward the north, toward the scoreboard side of the field here at Richard R. Flores Stadium. And a ball is thrown, and it is going to be complete. A short gain down to about the 39-yard line. And on that particular catch, it's Sergio Quintanilla.
Yep.
And by the way, you have a unique name for this stadium, don't you?
Yeah, I still kind of get used to it. Not too long ago, but Cat Stadium. I mean, it was.
They're all Cats, right? The four teams that play here.
All Cats
nicknames.
are here. All Cats. So when you come in, it was Cat Stadium. Now it's Flores, named after the longtime coach and one of the fine coaches here in the Valley, Coach Flores.
And this time, a quarterback keeper by Rodriguez. And one of the defenders had to be careful. He didn't horse collar him, so kind of had to let him go.
Yeah,
and he got to the 35.
Angel Castellanos was the one that had him from the back, and he realized, hey, if I keep this up, it's going to give us another 15. So let me just kind of let go.
Smart move.
Let go and
well, it's not a missed tackle. Just would have been a penalty, like you said.
Yeah, let go and let somebody else make the play.
Gain of 11 on the play. First and 10, ball at the 25-yard line of Weslaco. Clock running under 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Both teams have their first or full complement of timeouts, and this time long pass play down the field is incomplete.
Miguel Contreras could have not been any more open
in the end zone.
I mean, boy, it was just Michael Rodriguez after he threw it, he's like, oh my gosh, if I could just have that back. Nice attempt there into the end zone. To no avail. We'll bring up a second down for the Cougars. They're at it, man. They're going for it.
Second down and 10 at the 25. 3:49 remaining. Third quarter. Slot on the far side. One back in the backfield. Rodriguez drops back a few yards, tosses it to the far sideline, overthrows his receiver. And by the way, the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center, 3rd and 10.
So, in essence here, brings up a 3rd and 10. You as a defense know that they're going to go both third and fourth down. Let's be honest. They're going to go either way. Both teams are in the playoffs. You lose nothing by kicking a field goal. You really gain nothing. So you try to go for it. You got 2 downs here, 3rd down and 4th.
Slots on each side. One back in the backfield. Rodriguez will throw it on the near side. Gets a receiver down to about the 7-yard line. Pickup of 18 on the play.
Gabriel Gonzalez wide open in the middle of the field there. Nobody around him. The Angel Castellanos had to come from his linebacker spot and make a tackle. Here come the Cougars.
Cougars aren't giving up. Remember, they scored at one point 13 unanswered points before the Weslaco touchdown earlier in this quarter. Rodriguez, far side of the field, and it looks like it's tipped away at the last second.
Gabriel Gonzalez almost had another one.
Yeah.
He saw that coming out in the corner. They're going into the end zone there. You had a couple of guys out there. You had also, we had Estebanes out there trying to make a play. Gabriel now, he went up there, trying to get it.
Okay, 2nd down, goal to go at the 8-yard line. Back to pass, Rodriguez on the far side of the field once again. And again, good defensive coverage on the wide receiver. Could not reach up and get it.
All right, that's 2, Gabriel. One more, and you get the trifecta. Man, oh man, that was good. He was up there. I thought for a minute he's turn around. He finally did and made a play. What a great play there by Gonzalez.
All right, a 3rd and goal to go at the 8-yard line. 11 seconds and 3 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Rain has held off so far, but again, getting cooler. The cold front headed this way. Running play this time gets down to about the 5-yard line. We'll check the running back in a second. Football Fred, by the way, by next week we may have lows in the 30s in the valley.
Wow.
So we're going to have some cold temperatures in the next week.
No more shorts, huh?
No. Unless you have a flannel long johns on or something.
There you go. Might try that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 5-yard line.
I thought they were going to go for it.
Now field goal attempt coming up.
Oh, man.
Ball that is about 13. We'll call it the 12. It's up.
And that's why.
No good. Wide left.
I was thinking the wind has really picked up. It's at least 15 miles an hour now. It's really howling from the north. You're kicking into the wind. I'm thinking I'm going for the 4th down. At least try it. You kick the field. I'm just going to describe the ball.
Right. Yeah.
That's what happened.
Christopher Villarreal, the field goal kicker, coming into this game, had a 40-yarder, 4 out of 5 coming into the game.
And the rain.
Rain is coming. All right. We see the umbrellas going up.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Can we just wait till the 4th quarter?
Yeah.
But then now
2:35
it's going to
remaining.
get slippery out there. So now they call a timeout here for a minute. What happened?
Not sure.
The chain gang is.
And of course, if it gets
together.
windy, some of these umbrellas could get blown inside out.
Being in Edinburg here at Richard Florida Stadium, I could always tell if it's raining. You know why?
Why is that?
I just look at the side of the big light on the pole.
Okay.
And you look at the kind of just a little shade coming down, and you see the little rain just coming down. And you say, uh-oh.
Well, the rain came 9:05 Central Time.
That's exactly it.
All right. Jacob Cavazos with the ball, and he is going to get a nice run, rain or not. He gets to the 32, so his reign as a good running back continues, right?
So now if you're a Panther player here, you got to start thinking, okay, we've got to be careful, control the ball,
right?
Protect the ball. It might get a little slippery, so you might see a little bit more towels out there for the Panthers.
Gain of 13, 1st down, passing play, and it looks like it's going to only get a couple that time. And that went over to Jaden Cavazos, and he was met almost as he hit the line of scrimmage.
Jason Duarte has done a good job of the defense to not let that, to really kind of keep even KJ Jones, and in this case it was Jaden Cavazos, from picking up those extra yards after the catch. Nice play there by the Cougars.
2nd down and 8 ball at the 35-yard line. Clock running, under 2 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Cavazos is in motion to the near side, but it's going to be a running play this time. And up the middle, nice run to midfield. Peyton Kanab picks up 15 on the play.
I guess we couldn't have put this any better. Now the rain is really coming down. I'm talking. Now not even the umbrellas are going to do it, and here comes the next play.
All right, it's Kanab again. He gets it down to the 44-yard line. So are you going to say somewhere along the line, blame it on the rain. Remember Millie Vanilli, the guys that did lip sync their songs in the 80s?
Yeah, I remember that very
I saw
well.
them in concert, actually, once.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
but I was so high up, I couldn't see whether they were lip syncing.
Oh. This game might get kind of messy before it's all over and said. I mean, it's artificial turf. Don't
8 yards by
mud.
Kanab on that play. 2nd down and 2. And quick pass play up the middle, and it's going to get down to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 13 on that play. And another first down by Jaden Cavazos.
There's a flag there right in the area of holding, but now it could go either way. There was an offensive player in that area. That's going to be offense against the Panthers there. Yeah, this rain especially starts to come sideways. That's when an umbrella doesn't even work.
Well, aren't you glad I kept our portion of the window in the press box closed?
Yes.
I was thinking ahead. It was hot here earlier in the press box.
It was.
And
it sure
I
was.
thought of opening it, but I said, Football Fred will thank me later.
That's right. Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, I'll send you a thank you text after we're done.
There you go.
Yep.
Ball now is back at the 46, and it's going to be 2nd down and 5. And we got another running play going to pick up about 5 or 6. That time it was Jacob Cavazos on the quarterback keeper. And they're going to say it's a first down and 10, ball at the 38.
That's it. So let's see now if they can kind of capitalize, kind of wear down into the 3rd quarter, see if they can do that. It's about a minute left before we go into the 4th quarter, see if they can run the clock some more.
Well, we've got a slot on the right side. Peyton Kanab this time. He's going to get some good lateral pursuit, but he's going to pick up some yards, gets down to about the 33, picked up about 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
Again, the running game is going to be the thing to go to, both teams. As the weather kind of disintegrates, here is the word for it. It kind of goes downhill, if you would. The passing game is going to be that much tougher. Ball becomes slippery, that kind of thing. So the running game is your friend.
Officially gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Again, Peyton Kanab, the sure-handed Peyton, gets down to near the 20-yard line, so we'll give him about 12. I can think of at least 5 or 6 times in this game where he has had double-digit rushes, let me say that a little slower. And again, one time, remember, 41 yards for a touchdown.
Right.
All right. Again, the sure-handed Kanab is going to take that ball, and he is going to go all the way for a score.
Yeah.
Ball was on the 20-yard touchdown run. 26 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And right now, before the extra point attempt, the Panthers go up over the Cougars 30-13.
And that's what I would do. That's Kanab time. Give it to Hernandez. Bring in your running backs. Give them a workout because you don't want to. You've got to lead.
Yeah.
You got to protect it now. And the last thing you want to do is start throwing the ball. And remember, coming up the extra point here.
Extra point is up, and it is off the front
of the crossbar.
Yeah,
the crossbar there. Hit the crossbar. Yeah, and what happened, it was a bad snap. Really never picked it up on time, and it was just a bad kick.
So Kanab, I believe he has 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Kanab scored there. He's been the go-to guy tonight. And so, we're talking about the fact that now, once the 4th quarter comes, the Panthers will switch sides. So now the Panthers will be going against towards the strong north wind. So you've got the lead. You protect the lead, and you try to stop this team because they're going to get the ball back in a little bit. They might try here to throw a few down the field, especially with the wind behind them.
And you see Coach Stroman, no rain gear on for him yet.
He had the Gus Malzahn look last week.
Yes, he did.
Remember that? He was looking
did.
like the Auburn coach.
Right, little sweater.
Yeah.
But, when you lose a game, usually that look goes out, right?
Yeah, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah. All right. Again, 30-13. Panthers over the Cougars. And we have 26 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. A lot of fans still staying, got their umbrellas up and their rain gear. So some hardy folk watching some football tonight.
Sure.
Ball is kicked off, and it will go into the end zone. Touch back to the 25.
I tell everybody, hey, there's only a few of these. You have to remember, if you have a good season, you have maybe 14, 13 of these. You've only got 13 of these, and then that's it.
What's that?
Football season is over.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have half a year or anything like that. You only have weeks. And again, if you have a successful season, you have 13, 14 weeks. And then that's it. So when everybody says, well, wait a minute, this game you only have a few. It's not like if you can, hey, we'll check it out in February. No, that's going to happen.
I want to jump in and wait till after this play, but didn't you mention Marty Hammond played some arena football down
Yes,
here? Yeah,
I'll
talk
tell you-
about
I'll
that
talk
after
about that
this
in a
play.
second.
Since, again, we have the Cougars on offense. So Rodriguez still in a quarterback, and first rush is going to be a good one near a first down. And was that
That looked
who was that?
That was one of the main back that's been used tonight, Jacob
Okay,
Morales.
we'll make sure. So let's talk about
so
Hammond.
Coach Hammond is the co-offensive coordinator along with Coach Max Hambacher, who used to coach at Roma. Coach Marty Hammond.
Flag, by the way.
And then they're going to end the quarter, looks like it.
Oh, end of quarter, I'm sorry. I thought it was, So that's the end of the quarter. We'll get back to that story in just a minute. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it is the Weslaco Panthers leading the Edinburg North Cougars 30-13. We're at Richard R. Flores Stadium in Edinburg, Texas. You're watching this live on Facebook Live. This is a K-West production.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And we're back once again. Again, 30-13. It is the Panthers leading the Cougars. And we've got a good story right now that Football Fred is telling us. I'm Scott Harrison. We'll get back to that in just a moment. But first, Cougars have the ball in their own territory, moving away from the scoreboard this time to the south end. And a pass play down at the far end of the field picks up about 3 yards. Looks to be Santos Rivera.
Quick pass pattern out there to him. He's been involved in a couple of other plays in the first half. Nice pickup there by the Cougars. So Marty Hammond was one of the coaches and at one time was either head coach and for sure offensive coordinator for the Rio Grande Valley Dorados.
That was an arena team, right?
That was an arena team they played,
Played down on what at that time, Dodge Arena?
Yeah, that's what it was. And he was and he's now one of the co-offensive coordinators here at Edinburg.
Small world.
Yeah.
First down and 10, another running play, and it's going to be a loss of a couple. Perales.
Yeah, it doesn't get too much there. Just got a few yards, and you just kind of have to
we got an injury. This may be the first injury time out of the game.
Yeah,
by the way.
It's been an injury-free game, which is great.
And the player gets up very quickly.
Yeah. So that was.
And I think it's Jacob actually.
Yeah, Jacob Perales was the carrier.
But he ran off on his own power.
Doing good. Looks good over there.
Yeah,
He just kind of putting things together, making one of the first things you comes out when you get hit like that is you come out and you start checking body parts. Okay,
right.
My foot there, my ankle there, my fingers there. Helmet. Yeah, it's on. Okay, great. That's it. You got to start checking things. You just never know what's missing when you get hit like that.
Second down and 11. Ball at the 34-yard line, and we do have 3 wideouts near side. Almost picked off. Oh my gosh, what a big play that time, and it was almost picked off by Angel Castellanos.
That was almost number 2 for him. Remember, he picked one up earlier in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He almost had another one.
Oh, that was big. That I'm not sure we got a touchdown, but he, by the way, already has 2 interceptions this season.
Yeah, I remember it against Bella.
Yeah.
And tonight, and he just almost had one tonight.
Okay.
I keep up with his stats, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're a big fan, and I am too. Third down, 11, ball at the 34-yard line. Again, in Cougars territory, 11:16 remaining, 30-13, Weslaco leading. Passes complete to the near side, and that's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards, but the clock will keep running, and that time it's Santos Rivera with the reception.
Fast, getting out there quick is again Castellanos. Angel was running so fast. I think he got a cramp. You're running as fast as you can, and you're like, oh my gosh, something happened down my leg, and you just kind of come off the field. He's okay. He's walking his own power, so that's good to see.
So it's going to be 4th down and 6, and it looks like Sergio Cantanilla is going to punt the ball. He's back at his own 25, and that he will do. So ball is going to be picked up at about the 21-yard line, and it looks like it is Mel Rodriguez, and he will get up to about the 32-yard line of Weslaco. That's where the Panthers will take over 1st and 10. 10:22 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
So that looks like Jaden Kovas was the one.
Was that one all right?
Looked like him, yeah. He was coming down.
Okay.
He was trying to get out. I think Mel is also one of those punt returners as well. He's a punt returner, kick returner. They use him in different ways, but Jaden. So it's interesting to see that this offense for the Panthers now wants to chew up some clock. Looks like the rain let up a little bit.
Yep,
Looks like
that's good.
it's cooled off a little bit, and the rain has gone away, at least for now.
We have a slot, and the slot will get the ball over on the far side. I believe that's Rodriguez, is it?
Yeah.
And he will get down to about the 42-yard line, and he had to get down to the 47, picks up about 5 or 6 on that.
So the Panthers really had a really great game against East last week. Came on the short end, but it was a good learning experience, as Coach Stroman mentioned. Tonight they're getting a nice game also.
Officially 7, second down 3, ball at the 44-yard line, and this time it is Jesse Hernandez. Remember, he rushed for 100 yards against this team last year. Gets down to the 49-yard line in their territory, picks up about 7.
It's going to be a hold on the offense.
All right. 9:47 remaining in regulation. And Coach Stroman, again, we don't want this game to end without talking about, regardless of what happens at night, he is in the playoffs. He's had a great year. And again, one of the personal highlights for him was being named the 6A Coach of the Week by the Dave Campbell organization after the win against Vela. And that includes every 6A team in the state. We're talking Dallas, San Antonio, Houston.
Impressive.
He was the top enchilada, right? The top honcho that week in high school football in the state.
Impressive.
So definitely Coach Stroman knows what he's doing. All right, this time a long run, and this one could go all the way. It is Jesse Hernandez, who was back at his own 33. He's going to take the ball down the near sideline, and by the time he is done, he has gone 66 yards for the score.
No flags, so that counts as a touchdown. Now, we were waiting for that from Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse has that type of ability, and it looked like it wasn't going to go anywhere.
No.
Looks like they were going to catch him back in the backfield.
Well, last year I think he had like an 81-yard touchdown run as a sophomore.
There you go. Nice play there by Hernandez. Finally getting on the board. And that feels good for that young man.
Yes, it does. Extra point attempt is up, and this time it is good. So with 9:25 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Panthers now have increased their lead over the Cougars 37-13.
Since we are live, you want me to give you a couple of scores
please.
from across the valley?
Yes, sir.
PSJ High, which I believe is one of the top 3 teams in the valley. I've said that. And they're beating La Jolla Juarez Lincoln tonight 36-7. That was the latest score we had. Rio Grande City and Brownsville Pace, man, both teams fighting for playoffs tonight. Rio Grande City 26, Brownsville Pace, the Vikings 22. Mac High has had a disappointing season, at least by standards of the Bulldogs. Coach Shelby, remember him?
Yes.
He's the offensive coordinator here at Weslaco last year. He is now the head man at Bulldog Country. Was winning 2014 against PSJ North. The Raiders are still hanging on. They have a possibility of making the playoffs. Brownsville Veterans and La Jolla Palmview, 27-17. And there's just a handful of games that were happening tonight, and those were just some of the updates.
Well, we appreciate that.
Coming in from across the 956.
Of course, that's the local area code for people listening on Facebook Live outside this region.
Really? I just say it to sound cool. All the kids say that. Yeah, I learned something today. Just messing with you. Yeah. The kids say, hey, 956. Oh, I'm going to use it.
I hear that from other communities. I think in Atlanta the kids use the area code a lot too. All right.
Trying to be hip.
Hip. I'm gonna be hip to be square. Remember Huey Lewis?
Remember that. I'm trying to do all the help that I get there, Scott. I need all the help possible.
All right. Ball goes to the 38-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10. 9:21 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And looking forward to the playoffs. Of course, both these teams are. One of the things we don't want to see are injuries late here in the game.
Yep. That's always something you want to stay away from. That's something you don't think about. Both teams are heading to the playoffs. Edinburg North.
No, you're
right.
right.
Done a good job tonight. They've given a nice game here to the Panthers tonight.
And it looks like Robert Gonzalez is in at quarterback. Ball goes up to the 32-yard line. Quarterback keeper that time. So new quarterback. We mentioned Gonzalez earlier tonight. We'll try to bring up his name once again. And he has completed 16 of 38 passes for 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Okay.
Right.
And running the ball, we'll see if we can get those stats in a minute. It's going to be second down and 6 ball at the 32-yard line after that 4-yard gain. We have slots on each side. Again, clock is running. under 9 minutes remaining in regulation. And this time Gonzalez throws the ball, looking for his receiver downfield, but a little bit off the mark. Brendan Barago, and of course, who could blame him for trying to catch him?
Devin Hanks was back there. He was playing at safety spot, and man, he jumped out. He felt that ball cruise by. He's like, oh man, that ball was close.
Right. By the way, Gonzalez running the ball 13 times for 82 yards this season. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Again, the ball in the territory of the Cougars. And this time it's going to be a handoff and a nice run for the first down. Looks like a gain of maybe 7. And is that, let's double check here who that is. Is that Jacob?
Yeah, that's number 5.
Oh,
Jacob
5?
Perales.
Okay. All right.
Jacob is out there once again. I like what he does. He just comes out, comes back in, and the coach talks to him, and then he sends him back in. This is what we're doing, that kind of thing. So, hey, doubleheader for the KWIS crew this week.
All right.
They're going to get their work cut in for them tonight. We're live on Facebook, and so that you can watch that tonight, this game. And then they have a big one tomorrow night, too.
1st down and 10, ball at the 39-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be a quarterback keeper, again by Gonzalez, and he's going to get the first down. He almost lost it. He might have lost it stepping backwards to the 9. It might be a 9-yard gain rather than the first down near midfield.
And it looks like they gave him the forward progress.
No, they gave him forward progress, so he got about 11 or 12. Yeah, Weslaco East at 7:30.
Right.
Bobby Lackey Stadium
Yep.
going to be hosting Vela.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. And we're hoping the rain stays away. Cold weather is okay. We're not outside.
Now, you'll be part of the broadcast crew tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We're looking forward to broadcasting that. We'll see the KWIS crew again. Get to work with Joe tomorrow, and it should be a fun one.
All right, 1st down and 10. Gonzalez has the ball knocked away.
Yikes.
And was that maybe a pass to himself where the ball was hit back to him? Maybe. I've seen that a couple times.
Well, he wanted to throw it to himself, but he realized, no, man, I'm in trouble. I better just put it down and keep it. He's trying to run and pass at the same time. I don't know.
Oh, he got it down. For a minute, I thought maybe it was knocked back.
He was trying to.
I thought it was deflected for a moment, but he just put it down. Okay. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 15 now. Under 7 minutes remaining. And talk about Joe, he does a really good job for West.
Yeah, we had a chance to talk to him last week.
Right.
So we're looking forward to it. I know he's done all the Wildcat games for kids. We've seen a few of them already. So
Coach Rock off this week.
Yeah, I want to say hi to Coach Rock. He's not going to be able to join the trip, so I'm going to tell him, look, I'm going to keep your spot warm. Hurry back. The playoffs are starting. That kind of thing. But it'll be fun to see that game. Good to see Vela again.
Yeah.
We get to see them. They've changed since we last saw them. And it's for the district championship. East wins. They're the champs. They lose. Then it all goes crazy.
Morales, a short gain on the play. 3rd and 13, ball at the 48-yard line. Slots on each side. Back in the backfield. Robert Gonzalez, we heard he would come in tonight.
Yep.
And he has here in the 4th quarter. He's what they call the passing quarterback.
Yeah, and why not with the wind behind you, strong north wind, so you want to throw the ball. But, at this point, I'll be honest with you, I got to see the Cougars play Weslaco East on a Thursday night.
Okay.
They played here at Richard Flores Stadium, and East owned that night. I mean, the defense was on, the offense was on. It was just a great game by East. But it's a different team, and I'll tell you this. It's a different team, North is, that they were those few weeks ago. And you could tell by the wins they had.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, you can see a difference in this team. They've grown up a little. They've matured.
Some big defensive plays. We want to recognize a couple guys we haven't mentioned much. A fumble for a touchdown last week, recovered by Moises Maldonado. And then, of course, J.J. Rodriguez, we'll put that in quotes, his punt return for a touchdown. We'll put that in quotes. If you are a fan of the team, you know what we're talking about.
Exactly, yeah.
So we want to recognize those guys. 6 minutes exactly remaining. 2 timeouts remaining for the Cougars after that one. And it is still Gonzalez at quarterback. He's going to run the ball, and he does not get much at all. He is going to be tackled. Good lateral pursuit that time by
Clincy Oliver.
Okay, was that who it was?
Clincy was there. He comes in on certain pass plays, and he's learning from Elijah Estevanes, and Elijah's teaching him all sorts of pass rushing skills, all sorts of skills, bow hunting skills. I'm just kidding. He has all sorts of skills that he's got, and so you can see that his speed, if anything, just a junior, he'll be back next year. Lindsay will. Nice play, sir.
It is going to be 4th and 15, no gain. And we see a punt, and it is going to go out of bounds, I believe. And it is going to be now Weslaco's ball. See if they can try to run off most of this clock, if not all of it.
Yeah, every punt you're seeing that comes from the north is really amped up. You see how high it went? I mean, it goes high and away. I mean, it's like, man, this kid can kick. Yeah, the ball takes another 25 yards plus, you know, besides the whatever the punter did.
So
I'm looking at the field, and I'm wondering how many people like me did not pay attention to the weather and did not bring their cold gear.
You know, we saw quite a few umbrellas come in, and we see them out right now, so some people did.
Yeah, you see some of the trainers.
And honestly, a few people did go home early, but
Which
not a
is
lot.
good,
Not
right.
a lot.
The trainers are, you know, they want to stay healthy, so yeah, they're wearing their cold stuff.
Cavazos on first down gets to about the 32-yard line, a short gain. But more importantly, the clock is rolling under 5 minutes remaining. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
It's rolling. That was a nice play there just by the running there. We have a new quarterback in there.
Oh, new one?
Yeah, Rodney Garza
Okay.
is your new guy. He's double duty tonight, playing on the defense. And also
Good
playing
job.
offense.
Didn't he have like 3 interceptions in a game earlier this year?
Yeah, he was very active. He's an athlete. Again,
Yeah.
and I'll kind of explain to you what it kind of means, because he's kind of on a category in his own there.
All right. Another running play. Is that Peyton?
No, that's
No, who's that?
That's
Is that-
actually
oh, is that-
that's the guy you've been asking
Yeah, the
for.
guy I thought that was. I wanted to make sure.
That's Jesse Perez.
Okay, Jesse Perez.
Jesse Perez.
All right.
We
I saw the 5 at first, so I wasn't sure.
We kid with the coach all the time.
Yeah, about Jesse getting in there to run the ball.
We have an inside joke with coach, and
Yeah.
the other day he freaked me out and you too. Well, this is what we're gonna do. I said, what, really?
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great to see Jesse. And Jesse, I know, likes running the ball. Has had a great year. Multiple sacks, interceptions, right?
He's a good player on defense.
Great defensive player, but it's good to he likes running the ball, so it's good to see him do it a little bit.
Sure.
All right. Another play. Is that Garza?
That's Rodney.
Yeah. And he's up to the 48-yard line. So needed 4. Ball was on the 35. Gets about 13.
He's one of those guys, Rodney was saying, that when you label a quarterback, you label a wide receiver.
Right.
He is an ATH guy.
Right.
Athlete. In other words, they use him on the defense, on the offense, multiple spots on the field. That's what he is. He's a great athlete, good quarterback as well.
All right, 1st and 10. Another running play, and that's Jesse Perez again, I believe. And he gets the ball, over to about 4 yards into the territory of the Cougars.
Giddy. That's the word.
Yeah.
We're giddy.
No, we're glad to see him. He's always very nice to us. He got a concussion, I believe, right earlier this year, if I remember, and took him out, but came back the next week.
Yep.
And by the way, I just want to remember last year, want to give Jaden Cavazos credit. He returned a kickoff for a touchdown last year in this game.
Joseph Esparza. Give him credit. Offensive guard just comes up.
All right.
He's your left guard out there. Just going to line up to play some spots tonight, get some work in.
2nd down and 6. Again, ball at the 49-yard line in Cougars territory. I think we'll see a lot of running plays. Of course, before that play gets off, there is a whistle. So we've been always wanting to see Jesse get in there this year. Perez had a nice job. We used to call it the Jesse Show. Jesse and Jesse last year when they were sophomores. And Jesse Hernandez and Jesse Perez carried the ball a lot and had some good games.
Up, Andrew Reyes, the starting offensive tackle, right offensive tackle is out. Big 74, Marco Garcia. He's in the ball game, so we got to acknowledge him. Mom's watching or listening. Going to watch this later, maybe later on tonight or tomorrow. Tell Mom you're on the small TV screen or the big one. Depends on what you watch at home.
By the way, Perez leads the team with 4 caused fumbles, 3 sacks, and 1 interception. That's why he hasn't been on offense much this year. Doing a good job on defense.
Yeah.
So now the ball is carried. Is that Garza?
Yeah, he's a valuable player on
Yeah.
on defense. You were mentioning that,
Yeah.
as the quarterback keeper
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Gets it down to the 45, so he is going to be near the 1st down, 3rd down and 2. And now a new wide receiver comes in.
Yeah, Brandon Aguilar replaces KJ Jones tonight. Brandon's out there. You also see another couple of wide receivers out there. Joe Maldonado's out there,
and,
number 5.
Brandon going in, he's a senior. They're trying to get some of the seniors in tonight because you don't know how much work they'll get in the playoffs if they're not regulars.
Exactly.
So you want to have them all have some time tonight. Of course, Jesse Perez, just a junior, and he is going to get the first down to near the 40-yard line, picked up about 5. So Jesse just taking off from last year.
Yep.
First time rushing the ball this year, but picking up like he was a sophomore, getting those good carries.
There's a flag away from the play.
Okay, there is, and
Raul Martinez, big guy, replacing Lázaro Reyes, and then big 75, Daniel Robledo.
Oh, yes, Carlos' son.
Because he's in there.
Oh, Daniel's a great guy.
Yeah, he's in there.
I've ridden to playoff games with him and his dad. Of course, Carlos, the director of KWS. And I'm not saying this because he's Carlos' son. Daniel, and I've got to know him a little bit, and he's a nice young man. I'm glad to see him in there.
I'm all take care of my own lineman. You know that.
Yeah. No, Daniel's
We're
a good.
definitely going to.
Always says hi to us.
Yeah.
Dad raised him well.
Yeah, they got brand new offensive line out there right now for the Panthers. I like this.
Yeah. No, I'm glad to see Daniel out there. Okay, we have a slot on the right side, and again, minute 19 clock is running, and Perez is going to pick up a few yards. I got to start doing this right now.
Okay.
They're not all here tonight. They'll all be at the stadium tomorrow, Bobby Lackey, but I want to recognize the whole K-West crew, even though not everybody's here tonight.
Right.
Of course, sitting next to us is our director. They call him technical director, but he runs the whole show here for us. Make sure we look and sound as good as possible.
Now that's a chore.
Yes, that's a chore. Okay, Mike Palacios, and she's not here tonight, but Darlene Garcia does a great job as a graphic artist and designer, and Joe Leal, audio engineer.
We'll see those people tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll see all of them tomorrow. Again, some are not here tonight. Again, it's going to be second down and 38 seconds remaining, and they're going to take as much time off the clock as they can, and they're going to kneel. So let's run down everybody. Don Ramirez, videographer. Val Zamora, videographer. Vinny Berry, who's here tonight, videographer.
Yep.
Amadeo Barones, videographer. Great shots. These people are great work in all kinds of weather, heat, rain, don't complain. Hugo De Leon, scoreboard operator back home. Lena Garcia, our K-West secretary, who gets us all our information. And, of course, Mike Gonzalez, who's here tonight, is always working at the stadium doing scoreboard technical director duties, and also on the post and pregame show at home games, which we'll do tomorrow night at Bobby Lackey. And then finally, we talked about his son, Carlos Robledo, the K-West director, who also will host the pre and post game show. And we have run out of time. It is the Panthers winning over the Cougars 37-13. So as we look at this, Panthers are now 8-2 and 5-1 in district. And so that is a good job for them. Meanwhile, the home team, Cougars, dropped to 3-3 in district and 3-7 overall. And I'm going to try to run a couple things down to scoring. Peyton Canab, I think he had 3 touchdowns in this game, ran for. Also, we had Jacob Cavazos with a touchdown. Later on in the game, Jesse Hernandez with a 66-yard run. Those are some of the highlights here as far as things going on. And we know that Ricky Garza rushed for a touchdown, and I believe Quintanilla also had a touchdown reception. So some of the scoring highlights. Before we get out of here, some reflections on this game from Football Fred.
Well, really, basically what you learned tonight is that the Weslaco High is ready for the playoffs. Whether they play Los Fresnos, whether they play San Benito, whoever they play, this team will be ready. You know that Coach Stroman has done a fine job all season long getting these boys ready. No doubt that'll be the case coming up to the playoffs, and we're excited. And the Panthers are going into the playoffs more than likely, as we mentioned before, playing the Los Fresnos Falcons tonight. Tomorrow night will determine. Once again, just briefly, Weslaco East wins. Weslaco East wins out, and they decide if they play on a Friday night. And if Vela wins, then that's going to be all sorts of things happening. But the main thing tonight is that Weslaco High did their part. At least there's still a chance to pick up the district championship divided 3 ways. We'll see what happens to them.
And finally, for Edinburg North fans, one of your former baseball players, El Garza, hope to have an article about him Monday in the Monitor.
Yeah, we'll be looking for that.
And again, we talked to him recently at LSU. All right, once again, our game is over tonight. We appreciate everyone for watching us on Facebook Live or later on. And Football Fred will be part of the broadcast tomorrow. Weslaco East taking on Bella. Great game of the week, of course, for everybody. And that will be at Bobby Lackey Stadium beginning at 7:30. Of course, there'll be a pregame show too. So for all the K-West crew, for Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. It's a great season. We look forward to broadcasting some more in the playoffs. Have a great and safe weekend. This has been a K-West production.